football, went on to Alabama, went on to the Seattle Seahawks, was MVP in the league, played in the Super Bowl. Johnny Ransdale, George Rudd, who Kentucky recruited, but he didn't stay at Kentucky, the tailback. It's really been tailback you, but last couple years it's been a tough road for Boone County.
Yeah, Boone County is just – you just said it, in a nutshell, that they've had such a good program, and then they've added schools because of the growth of Northern Kentucky. You've had Ryle that's jumped in.
Cooper,
yeah, that's right.
A lot of people forget, too, Walton Verona plays football. They're in Boone County, so there are several new football.
Yeah, and it's, it's one of those things. You start splitting things up, and I think it's what, somebody real close here, Scott County, Coach McKee, has been trying to fight getting another school, because you start moving kids around and districting, and something that the Lexington schools have definitely been used to for many years.
Lexington Catholic, a team that likes to spread the ball around, as you know, former quarterback yourself. They like to spread it around. Kirk Fagot will be that guy. He stepped in last year when Legend Brumball went down early in the season. Legend Brumball is no longer here. He transferred out to a school down in, I believe, in Georgia, in Florida, playing football down there now. Of course, his dad, a coach at Kentucky, and so no Legend Brumball, and no Andy Thompson. Of course, everybody liked the versatility of Andy Thompson. But Catholic, the cupboard's not bare. You still got Jones at running back, who put up some numbers last year, and you still got Ben Buchanani at tight end, and you got receivers like Ryan Rett and Sam Hodges. I think it's going to be a good year for Lexington Catholic. I really do.
And they're getting into a nice groove, I think, with Coach being here now. It's third year, I believe, and they got to the championship game last year. I mean, and I think all signs point to that.
This is the White Greer Maggard High School football game of the week. We'll come back with pregame and the lineups after this.
All S, all P, all O, R T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Like the thoroughbreds we are named for, racers are spirited and proud. We have the heart and will to succeed, to go farther, learn more, and embrace wisdom. We are champions who take our place in the Murray State tradition. We are racers.
White Greer and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
I'm not happy with my team.
We're back at Joseph K. Ford Stadium on the campus of Lexington Catholic as the captains make their way out on the field. Boy, it's always a great time of the year, Bill Ransdale, when high school football is kicking off. You know it's my favorite. I don't make any bones about it. Love my high school football. It's a beautiful night, sunny skies, temperature about 80 degrees, but by second half it'll be down in the 70s. We got a nice breeze going through the press box here. Thanks to Brad Carter, the athletic director here at Lexington Catholic, always hospitable when we come out here. William Warfield, our producer tonight, and of course Bill Ransdale. We would be Jess if we didn't talk about White Greer and Maggard, our title sponsor. They've re-upped again. Thanks to White Greer and Maggard. They're the folks over there that make it possible for us to be here by stepping up being the title sponsor here on PrepSpin.
Sure appreciate their support of high school sports and football and all fall here in Lexington and surrounding.
Well, it's Boone County and Lexington Catholic. They played last year, Bill Ransdale, up at Irv Goody Field on the campus of Boone County. The opening drive, Boone County fumbled the first play from scrimmage. Catholic scooped it up, a scoop and a score, and Coach Steele from Boone County told me it was kind of downhill from there, Gary.
Yeah, it's one of those things that, psychologically you get out there, you're excited to go, and next thing you know, something happens like that, and when you're trying to, coach in his first year at that point, trying to, kind of change the perception, attitude, and kind of get back to some of the old days and breathe some excitement into the program. And you got some youth there you're trying to grow. Kind of hard, makes it difficult.
I told him, I said, Coach, what have you seen from scrimmages and preseason that really got you pumped up? He said, our kids are working, really hard, which is kind of a pat answer for all coaches. He said, but we don't have the attitude that when something goes negative, he said, we don't tend to hold our heads like we did last year. He says, I hope that continues. He said, because you're going to have negative plays in a football game, and if you got a team that hangs their head, he said, that's not a good sign. He said, I think this team has some resilience, and you like that if you're a Boone County fan, and a lot of folks up there in Florence watching tonight, I'm sure, here on PrepSpin.
Absolutely, and you definitely hope that, and again, he's right. You're not going to find out till you get here tonight, and, you hope you don't have to face it,
right.
Too many negative plays in the first game, but, it's just part of football sometimes.
Here are the starting lineups. Boone County, the visitors on the scoreboard. The twins, Colin Eichhoff and Logan Eichhoff, are the center and the right guard seniors. Left guard is Kyle Neese. He's a 200-pound senior. Left tackle is Jackson Becker, a 6'2", 220 senior. Right tackle, Big Joey Sands, a 6'2", 280-pound senior tackle for Boone County. The wide receiver, and Coach Steele makes no bones about it, Bill Ransdale. He said, Gary, I know I've got one solid D1 player, and he said that's Joe Ganster, the tight end, big 6'2", 210-pound senior. He said he can definitely play some Division I football, so we'll look for big number 86 tonight for Boone County. And the wideouts, Pete Westhoff, 175 senior, and the speed burner, Rondell Douglas. He's a two-time regional 100-meter track champion for Boone County. Backfield will be Corsten Cahill. He'll be the running back senior. And then the halfback, tailback, if you will, be Brandon Morgan, a 215-pound senior. But the kid that he really likes back there, he plays so much defense, he will run the ball, is Dylan Kramer. He said, look for Kramer tonight, 185-pound senior who wears number 3 for Boone County. But starting, it will be Cahill and Morgan, and their quarterback is Devin Ruberg. And I said, Coach, was there a battle between Ruberg and Schwartz? He said, no, not really. It was Ruberg's job to win, to lose, really, and he battled in preseason. You've been through a few of those in your time, Bill Ransdale, but it's really Devin Ruberg, the guy that they're going to hand the football to this year.
Yeah, and as a senior, you've been around a little bit. You've taken those battles and taken those beatings. You've been through the practices. You've been through the two-a-days, and then you're mentally tough a lot of times there. And if it's everything's pretty equal, then you're going to get that nod. But it sounds like it was even more so in his favor, than just even and getting that kind of.
And Bill, the Rebels actually won the toss. I think they deferred to the second half, so their defense will be out there. Lexington Catholic's offense will be Jacob Ballard. Their offensive line are going to hang their hat on them this year. It's going to be a good O-line for Catholic. John Henry Lynch, a guard. Mark Rumpke, 260-pounder, both Lynch and Rumpke, 260. And the guy that everybody's talking about, the big right tackle, Bill Ransdale, Woodford Langford, a 3-year starter, 6'4", 280. He's got some D1 looks going right now. The young kid can play over there at right tackle. Thomas Gerhardstein is the left tackle, junior. Then the big tight end everybody's talking about. It's going to make some noise this year. Number 9, Ben Buchanani. Look for him tonight. Rhett Ryan is the wide receiver. He's got some hands and some moves. And let's take a look at Sam Hodges, the other wide receiver. Here's the backfield. Kirk Fagot is your senior quarterback. The fullback is Gavin Cameron, and your running back, Damian Jones. Of course, Bill, you and I remember Jalen Jones last year, the 1,000-yard rusher for Lex Catholic. He's playing, I believe, at Center College right now.
Really a nice back. I mean, be able to sit there and had some good lateral movement and good balance, not to mention just some escapability. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do tonight.
We're not sure if Boone County's kicker is going to be able to make it. He's playing soccer over at Lafayette right now. And Coach Steele said, Gary, I'm not sure he's going to make it for the kickoff.
They had 4 kids out here practicing during pregame.
He said he's got a soccer game, and we're hoping he makes it over. So we will check and see who will be the kicker for Boone County, because their regular kicker, Brady, will not be here tonight. The defense for Boone County will look like this along the front, because they are kicking the ball. Joe Ganster, your D1 player, 6'2". Listen to this size, 220 and a senior. At big Javion Johnson, 6'2", 255, defensive tackle for Boone County. Jacob Kroll, a tackle, 200-pound senior. Brandon Morgan, the other defensive end for Boone. Linebackers, Dylan Kramer. They're known for the linebackers at Boone County. They've always had great linebackers. R.J. Summers is a sophomore. He's in for the injured starter at that Mike linebacker. And the other linebacker will be John Mark Shutt, the sophomore. They say he's going to be a real good one at Boone County. In the secondary, Devin Ruberg. How about that? Your starting quarterback is going to start at corner for a 6'18" Boone County.
Well, you know what? I mean, if he's an athletic kid, I mean, that's what that tells me, if you're going to be on the corner. I mean, good for him. And, he, you know, coming from the offensive side, sometimes, Gary, it makes it a little easier for you to sit there and kind of read and try to take a chance and maybe jump something.
Alex Schwartz, how about that? The backup quarterback will be the kicker. So the soccer player obviously didn't make it over here from Lafayette. Just is only about a mile from here. The game must have been extended. So Schwartz will kick off. And back deep would be Eric Sotil and Nate Schnurr. Looking back deep, let's see where Schnurr is. He's to the far side. Looks like Sotil. Sotil is to the near side. Schwartz will kick off. And Catholic in the blue, Boone County in the white, and the Columbia blue helmets and silver pants. So the 2016 regular season kicks off here tonight at Joseph K. Ford Stadium, Lexington Catholic. Here's Schwartz' kick. It's a short one, and it's going to bounce at the 20, and it'll be picked up and bobbled there to 15 by Sotil. Sotil, the 25, 30. Sotil, the 35, and he's going to be tackled right there at the 35 for Boone County. Coming up there to knock him down was Jacob Hill, the junior. Hill there to pull him down at the 35, 36-yard line. Nice return, Bill, by the return man, Sotil, Eric Sotil.
Sotil did a nice job. He bobbled. He took his eyes off of it early, but did a great job once he did that. It actually gave him a little time for his return team to actually set some blocks, and he hit a nice little seam there.
Four-man front for the Rebels, and it is quarterback Kirk Fago with Jones sliding. He's going to give back inside to Jones. He's hit hard and slammed down. Good defense by the Rebels' four-man front, and they're leading the charge was big Javion Johnson, the 255-pound, and I tell you what, also Shutt was in there, but Johnson, 63, doing a nice job, the big tackle. Second and about 9. Very little gain there for Damon Jones. Now Fago looking over to the sidelines to Coach Perry in the sidelines over there. Jones will shift now to Fago's left. Fago, good snap, looking right, looking over the middle for a screen. He's got his man Jones. He's hit hard and dropped behind the line of scrimmage, and coming up for the Rebel defense was a backup player, and that was number 7, Willie Wolf, coming up there making the play. Wolf, actually the starting corner, a 5'8", 160-pound senior. Nice play by Willie Wolf. Third down and 10 for Lex Cath, Bill.
You know, they had a nice screen. They had trips to the far side, Gary, and they brought it back to the weak side. It's just a great read that time by Wolf's getting underneath the blockers before they had a chance to set it up.
Fago has triple receivers to the bottom, twins to the top, third down at the 36. Here comes pressure, and Fago rolling to the left, sets. He's hit as he throws it, and he is going to be incomplete. And boy, on top of him there was the big defensive player, R.J. Summers, the sophomore. Summers, 190-pounder, really lowered the boom on Fago, and that's going to bring up fourth down, and Boone County with a good defensive stand to start this game.
Yeah, you know, very nice job. I mean, you know, you sit there and you defer coming in, and that is what you textbook what you want to accomplish, Gary. You want to sit there and see your defense, you know, do a 3 and out and get the ball back and try to jump up on it and turn that back around on as far as possessions for you.
Short punt. Catholic will watch it roll at the 35. It comes up to the 35-yard line, and that's where the ball will stop at the 35. So Boone County will have it. We set their offense for you. Devin Ruberg is their quarterback, a senior, and primary ball carriers will be Cahill and Morgan. Wideouts will be Pete Westhoff, Rondell Douglas, and Joe Ganster, your tight end. Boy, that was a solid defensive stand. I'm not sure Catholic picked up a positive yard on that series.
And I don't think they did. They just trying to get settled in. It looked like to me, little, you know, first series, first game jitters, and it's one of those things that just it's pretty typical. You know, it's not anything that's new to a lot of people, but I was surprised they didn't take advantage of some mismatches that looked like they had early. I'm sure they'll come back to it.
Douglas, the speedster's out to the bottom. He's got individual coverage out there, full house for the Rebels. And here's the give to the second man, and that's going to be Cahill. He's stuffed behind the line. He's going to lose about 2 yards on the handoff to Corsten Cahill, the running back, the senior. And there were several defensive players there for Catholic on top of the play.
Looked like Coulter was the one that
Dylan
kind of led that charge inside there.
Eric Foster along the front, Zach Owsley, Carson Duffy, Austin Louderback, Clay Callahan, Austin Pedroche, linebackers. It'll be Carson Brownell, Eric Sotil in the corners, Henry Holthouse, Jack Fagot, the safeties. Second down, Boone actually lost about a yard on that. 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line for Ruberg. Long count, Ruberg. Gives back inside now and hit again in the backfield is Cahill on a nice play by who else? Jack Fagot.
Very nice.
Fagot was in that backfield. He almost took the handoff.
Fagot did a good job of getting, the defense of Lex Cathy's first 2 plays, Gary, been very nice in being able to get up under the pads of Boone County and reading and getting some push into the backfield. And they've got 3 down linemen. They're playing a 3-4 combination. They're moving it around a little bit. They've slid to a 4-3 now.
Ruberg forced 3rd down to pass. He rolls to the right. He's got his tight end out there, and it goes through his hands, incomplete. Goes through the hands of Ganster. At the 40-yard line, I would have picked up only about 7. They needed 12, so that'll force a punt here. So, Bill, what have you seen here early on? Both teams' defenses have stepped up with good defensive series here in the opening of the ball game. 8:54 to go, no score, and Boone will be forced to punt it to Catholic.
Yeah, it's just it just seems to me like it's early game, first game jitters, trying to get settled in. Ganster that time, a nice job that time of Boone being able to do a little play action inside and then get to the edge, and he really had what he wanted. Gangster got hit right in the hands with it in the flat. I think if he catches that, he's got another 5 yards for the first down easily, but he didn't. He dropped it, and again, first series, and you're playing against somebody beside yourself now.
Westhoff punts, and ball bounce, takes a great Catholic roll. Finally picked up by Boone at the 45-yard line.
10-yard net punt.
Yeah, 10-yard net punt. You're exactly right after the bounce. So Catholic will start in Boone territory. Last time they started at the 35-yard line. This time they'll start at the 45 of Boone. Boone's defense stepped up the last time. Dylan Kramer and also Johnson. And also it was Wolf who made early plays for the Boone County defense.
I look for Catholic to take the ball up top right out of the gate here.
Fagot looking out to the top. Quick pass out that way and caught, but very little gain. It's caught out there by Nathan Schnurr. Boone County spelled that one out.
Yeah, just a little. They had trips to the top of the field there. Catholic did. Now they're going no huddle, little NASCAR, but they just threw a little flanker screen, and Boone County's well coached, and they've scouted it and they jumped on it. 2nd
down and 10. Fagot pass to the near side, and it's spelled out there by Boone County. Kramer makes the play on
They're confused right now. Catholic is. It's a little screen that everybody's seen if they've been listening and watch Kentucky through the years. They throw the ball out to the side. What you want to do is run the D line. And so after that first series, the D line and Boone County was coming and getting too much pressure. This is classic air raid kind of stuff. You throw the ball and run them a little bit, but what isn't happening is the receivers aren't getting their blocks on the screen.
Fagot back to pass, looks downfield, and it's incomplete down at the 23-yard line. It was intended downfield, and the intended receiver was Carson Brownell, and it'll be 4th down. So for the second time, Lex Cath, and in particular Sid Sharp, will be forced to punt the ball away to Boone County. So defensive battle here early on, 7:47, no score in the first period. Boone County and Lexington Catholic Gary ball, Bill Ransdale. William Warfield producing. Good punt this time by Sharp. What a punt. Bounces to 10, and they grab it before it goes in the end zone. Fissel's going to mark it at about the 5. That'll back Boone County up. They'll have to go 95 yards. Great punt there by Sid Sharp.
I tell you, both teams, it's first game. You're trying to get into it. You've had, your summer workouts, and then you get your two-a-days in, and you get your first week of school going, and you're trying to figure out who's doing what against, when you match up and you're so used to going against your teammates.
Right.
you know, there's such a change with the speed. Everything changes dramatically. It's like when you go from high school to college or 8th grade to high school, you know, things change and it happens the first game. It takes time to kind of get that feel that out a little bit.
Ruberg has the I formation. Cahill gets it up the middle. Cahill's got a seam. Cahill the 20. Cahill the 25. He's still on his feet all the way up to the 32-yard line. Cahill nearly broke that one for Boone. That's a 27-yard jaunt. Here comes a late flag from the sideline. Late flag from the sidelines after that nice run right up the gut. Let's give credit up there to Eichhoff, Neese, Logan Eichhoff, Sands, and Becker. Well, they really opened it up for the Boone County attack as the running back that time, Cahill, was able to take it to the 32, a 27-yard pickup, but a flag came down from the sideline very late. It's going to be against Boone County. Officials tonight, referee Bernie Jenkins, umpires Mark Collins, head linesman is Bailey Brewer, linesman is Jeff Verbeck, and the back judge is Brent Kennedy. So they called it against Lex Catholic, and they declined it. That was a 27-yard jaunt there by Cahill, Bill.
Very nice run. He just was able to catch a little seam right in the middle with the 8-man front, and there wasn't anybody left until you got to the safety.
Cahill again, he's trying to bounce it outside this time. He does, pulled down. Nice tackle there turned in by Austin Louderback, but a nice 6-7 yard gain there by Cahill. So Boone County finding something positive here offensively with a 27-yard run and now a 7-yard run by Cahill, second and third. Lauderback made a nice play from his outside linebacker spot.
Yeah, just running right off the guard. I mean, just running in the four hole right off the guard the whole time, just shooting it down through there. I mean, and just getting up on the backer.
And want to thank Bluegrass Preps tonight also. Of course, Rob Batchikalupa on Bluegrass Preps. Fake by the quarterback, and Ruberg upended, and he dives for it. He's got the first down. Great effort by Ruberg. Boy, he got the first down. Nice job. He faked it into the belly of Cahill, who carried it for 32 yards, 33 yards the last two carries, and that kind of fooled Catholic a little bit as the quarterback, Devin Ruberg, kept it on a keeper and picked up the first down to the 45.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, you're getting your little inside-outside game. They're bringing the running back straight down and over the guard, trying to run some power inside. That time you sit there and you take your back that's sitting, your halfback right beside your quarterback. You do a little fake. You draw everything back down inside, and you keep it. It's nice little combo, inside-outside game. So
Ruberg looking to pass, steps up, and he's going to be stuffed and sacked back at the 42-yard line. Nice play coming in there to big D lineman there for Lexington Catholic, and it was Justin Tackett. Fago helped out. Zach Owsley, I'll tell you what, Owsley, big number 77, who is Tackett.
Tackett did a nice job.
Yes, he did.
He got off that edge and came in and was able to sit there and push Ruberg back up into the pocket, and Lex Cath had a nice push inside to be able to sit there and just kind of close it all in on him.
We're approaching 5 minutes to go in this first quarter. No score. Boone has a little bit of an offensive surge going here, though. Cahill fakes it. Ruberg looks to and he's hit hard. And Ruberg back at the 40-yard line, sacked again. It was Dylan Coulter coming from his left defensive end spot. The blind side, he never saw him, Bill.
No, they had a little game. They got the Twins up to the top of the field that time, Gary. And they were trying to work against you trying to do look like a little fox. They were trying to fake the little screen and then get on up. But Catholic did a nice job and was sitting back and defending. It was I think it was Luke Powell, the cornerback back there.
Yep.
That didn't get sucked in and was able to sit there and force him to hold the ball just enough. And I tell you what, right now I'm really impressed with this Catholic's defensive line and getting up into the backfield and their speed. 3rd and 13
for the Rebels. Ruberg back to pass. Here comes pressure again, and he's going to be sacked again. Tries to get out of it and gets to the 45, but still sacked and pulled down at the 40. Kirk Fago helping out again along with Tackett, Justin Tackett. Brings up 4th down. So Boone, from the 5, they got the great run by Cahill out to the 32. And from there, Catholic's defense really went after the quarterback.
Yeah, you're just getting a good solid push. I mean, and they're pushing. It looks like they're hitting gaps right now. can't tell exactly what the angle, but the defensive line is really getting a nice push, and the backers are also, shooting up in there at this point. And, when you're playing a team that predominantly likes to run the football between the tackles, as Boone County has historically and still appears to do, why waste them outside? Bring them inside and force everything out and look to your cornerbacks.
Over the head of Paul Westhoff, the punter. He goes back for Boone and dives on at the 15-yard line. High snap. And that's a big break for Lexington Catholic. They'll start, remember they started at the Boone 45 their last series. They'll start this even further. 15-yard line, 3:29 to go. And Bill, we'd like to thank the Lexington Catholic football team. We'd like to thank American Industrial Contractors for tonight's game sponsor. Thank you for the generous support of the Knights football program. That's American Industrial Contractors. We would like to thank White, Greer, and Maggard for being our title sponsor here on PrepSpin. With William Warfield, Gary Ball, Bill Ransdell. 3:29, Bill, no score, but Catholic has it at the 15 of Boone on that high snap.
Great place to take a shot right here.
Go. Gives to Jones, trying to bounce it outside and tripped up, and he's down. And let's give credit to big number 86, Joe Ganster, the defensive end, 6'2", 210-pounder, the D1 player that Marty Steele told us about in the pregame, making the play there for Boone. Boone's defense has looked solid here early on with 3 minutes to go, no score, but Catholic has it now at the 20. Quick snap for go. Fires out to the left, caught there by the wide receiver, Nathan Schnurr. Schnurr takes it down inside the 20, pickup of about 3, which is going to be 3rd and long now for the Knights. Knights offense really, this is their 3rd series, and they're really trying to find themselves, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Boone's defense has been pretty solid. Look like the old Boone County teams I've been used to seeing over the years. Here's Fago faking. Left side, he's got Schnurr. 15, Schnurr the 10, and down to the 10, but he's short of the first down. It'll be 4th down at about 5 on that pickup there for Schnurr. They picked up 4, so it looks like they might be bringing their place kicker in now. Place kicker Connor Fry. He's a senior. They're going to place it down, Bill, at the 17. Be a 27-yard field goal from the left hash mark for Fry. Getting in quickly there on the left side is Buccanani. Waiting for the snap, good placement, and Fry's kick, and it is, looks like it's a little bit off to the right. So the field goal of 27 by Fry is no good, so still minute 53 to go here in the first period, no score. Boone County and Lexington Catholic here. And White, Greer, and Maggard, our title sponsor. Of course, appreciate everybody watching tonight on PrepSpin in high definition.
I got to tell you, it tickles me sometimes. I catch myself going back 30 years.
Yes, sir.
And they just ran in, and it was 4th and 5, and they just ran the field goal team in just like it's nothing. Right. Back in the day, you didn't have too many people that would be able to kick the ball.
Right.
And it was a square toe.
Yeah, unless they're a soccer player.
And it was like, well, do you really think we can do that? Oh, let's just go for the score here. We're not going to make it anyway, because it's really interesting to me sometimes how much the game's changed along those lines. And
Ruberg, quarterback keeper, and he up the middle, and he was tired of being sacked. Takes it up to the 25. Ruberg was sacked 3 times in the last series. He picked up 4. That was just no quarterback keeper right there.
It was. He faked underneath, and he actually faked to his back Cahill and let him lead on the backer that's been giving him trouble, and they fan blocked it up front, and they were able to get him some good positive yardage there.
Senior Austin Pedroche, the outside linebacker, 210-pounder senior, helped out on the stop for the Knights defense. A minute 20 to go, no score. Boone County and Lexington Catholic here at Joseph K. Ford Stadium off Clays Mill Road here in Lexington, Kentucky. Ruberg high snap, fakes to Cahill. Ruberg keeps it himself, needs a block out there. Fago, though, fades off the blocker and makes the play back at the 23. Well, that'll bring up 3rd down at about 8. Well, that was a nice play there by Jack Fago.
Real nice play by Fago. Had a chance, had a receiver trying to stalk him a little bit, and then he jumped inside to try to make, he tried to take him down and fake him, to the next block inside, and Fago did not fall for it, stayed right there and made a nice open field tackle.
Of course, the Scholastic Ball Report High School Sports Show will begin its 14th season coming up, 14th year. On the CW will begin Labor Day weekend.
Brother, that's strong.
Thank you, Bill. You've been on the show before. I know your daughter was on as a scholar.
Scholar.
Cassie. Here's a handoff around the left side to Douglas. He's got some speed, but Douglas is only able to take it up to about the 28-yard line, brings up fourth down.
Yeah, a little jet sweep that time.
Yep.
They're trying to just another way to try to get to the edge, and they came in motion and handed behind him. He did a good job getting on the edge, but Catholic, again, their speed on defense
Yes.
and their pursuit right now has been really nice.
I've been impressed with both defenses. I've been impressed with Boone County's pursuit and with Catholic's pursuit. So that's where we stand as we go to the second quarter. No score. Boone County and Lexington Catholic, and Boone County will be punting to Catholic when we come back with the second quarter on the White Greer Maggard High School Football Game of the Week.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White Greer and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White Greer and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Kentucky's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education.
Pete Westhoff set to punt for Boone County. He's been a busy guy. Of course, the last time he went back to punt, it went over his head a bit. Boone's defense was able to hold Catholic, even though they started at the 15-yard line on the high snap.
You know, until this ball gets in his hands, he's thinking the same thing. Am I going to have to jump this time?
Yeah. Am I going to? No, this
Just
time it
the
bounces to him. Westhoff gets off a good over-end punt,
Nice.
and it's fielded there by Satil. Midfield, Satil 40, 35. Satil cuts it back 30, still on his feet, and Satil takes it down to the 24-yard line. What a nice return by Eric Satil.
Yeah, Satil did a great job of running up. That was a line drive punt and grabbing that thing and
You're
with
right.
people in his face. That did an awesome job. I mean, saved 20, 25 yards on the roll first, but then on top of that, added another 30 on the return back.
Catholic really spreading out the offense now to start the second quarter. No score. Jones is to the right of Fago. You got twin receivers both sides.
You got what you want.
Slot man is Buckingham
Right
to the
down.
right. And Ryan Redd is out there. Rhett Ryan, is out there to the right as well. Inside handoff. Jones, he's got some room. He's to the 15, and then Jones and down in close to the first down marker to the 14. Here comes a flag out of there on the run by Jones. And here comes a late flag. Look like it's going to be against Boone County. Nice run there. That's the best. As you look at the stats, that's by far the best run of scrimmage for Damian Jones and Catholic's offense.
Into the first quarter, Boone County had a total 13 plays, 16 yards.
Yep.
But Lex Cath had 9 plays and only 3 yards.
Defenses were solid, as we said.
Stellar.
That dead ball, that personal foul went against Catholic. I thought originally they'd called it against Boone, but they called it against Catholic. So Jones runs a first down near the 14, and then that penalty is going to set him way back. Remember, the nice return by Satil set him up in business, and then the nice run by Jones, but then you get the penalty, Bill.
And they go twins both sides. They spread it out and got some wider splits that time, opened it up inside.
Quick pass left side, and it's caught by Hodges, and he's down to the 23-yard line. Sammy Hodges, the senior. Hodges with the catch, his first catch of the ball game from quarterback Kirk Fago. Second down, pickup of 6, 2nd and 4 for the Knights at the Boone 23. Jones off the left side, 20. Jones and run out of bounds, got the first down to the 15-yard line over there.
Great effort by Jones, Gary. I mean, Lex Cath, Boone County got a big push on this backside, and Jones did a great job of just using his speed and getting to the edge, to the short side of the field to get the first down.
Willie Wolf chased him out over there for Boone.
I sure do like Buckingham in this slot. He got a lot of room down here in this.
Quick pass to Hodges, slips, 15, keeps his balance, and then Hodge pulled down over on the far side of the field. And nice play over there. And that was one of the linebackers. That was 26, I believe. Is that who that is for Boone? That would be Hernandez, Christian Hernandez. Second down. Jones shifts. Here's Fago rolling to the right. Fago getting pressure, throws it, and out of bounds. His intended target downfield was Rhett Ryan. Brings up third down now and 9 for the Knights. 10:33 to go in a scoreless first half.
Yeah, I tell you, they've got a lot of grass down here. They're on the short side, the far side hash, and you've got Buck and Annie sitting down here in this with a lot of room, and Ryan Rhett. I like that combo against, I think, just about anybody when you got this much grass.
Big tight end this time is going to be Cameron to the right side, double tights. Jones shifts to the left, and there's a flag down. There might have been movement by the Lexington Catholic offensive line, and that's going to be the call. So procedure against the Knights, instead of 3rd and 10 now, to be 3rd and 15 back at the 21-yard line. Lexington Catholic and Boone County hooked up in a big defensive battle right now. Who would have thunk it, huh?
I mean, based on what Lex Cath has done through the years throwing the football, it's just, I think, again, they're just trying to get their feet under them and get comfortable with everything and catch up with the speed of the game.
Go
nice
fakes, rolls to the left, and it's a good defense. Kramer there chasing him out of bounds. Good defense. Also Ruberg, like Devin Ruberg, the number 8 over there for Boone, and that is Brandon Morgan, the defensive end. Morgan doing a good job chasing that play. And
all right.
You got 4th and 15 here, Bill Ransdale.
Yeah, I think you come down here to bucket. You got trips into the boundary. I work the corner down here. Give it to Buck and Andy.
Steps up, throws it down the middle, touchdown!
Nice,
as he found Rhett Ryan. Rhett Ryan over the middle, 21-yard strike from Fago. First points of the season. It goes Fago to Rhett Ryan, the junior receiver.
I love that combo. It's hard to touch him. Buck and Andy had the corner wide open, and you had this outside guy, Red, who did the post, and it's just a nice little route combination. And, one of the guys all the quarterback's doing is reading. You got man coverage, so all you're trying to do is see which one has a step and just lead him out there and give it to him.
He was wide open, wasn't he, Bill?
Absolutely.
Wide open. Nice throw there by Fago. Here's Connor Fry with the shift there. They use the old swinging gate. Sometimes it works. So Fry with the extra point. Kick is up, and it is perfect. So Catholic strikes first. It comes with 10:15 to go in the first half as Kirk Fago hooks up with Rhett Ryan, the junior receiver, 21-yard strike, and Fry comes in with the extra point, and the Knights lead 7-0 over Boone County. We'll be back. 10:15 to go here in the first half on the White Greer-Maggard High School Football Game of the Week.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Kentucky's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part.
Rio set to kick off as Lexington Catholic has just taken the first lead of the ball game. Defensive struggle for about 14 minutes or so. Then Catholic just hooked up Fago to Rhett Ryan for the 21-yard strike, and the extra point by Fry made it 7-0. And now Francisco Rio set to kick off for Catholic. High kick to the near side, taken at the 10. Return to the 15, to the 20, up to the 25. On his off and running, and up to the midfield strike is Douglas, the runner. He's at the 20. He's the speedster. Douglas, 10, takes it, touchdown.
Wow.
That is Douglas. We talked about him. He is a 100-meter champion track runner, And you could see that speed once he burst past the Catholic kicking team.
Got through, had a nice little seam, and I tell you what, it looked to me like Snur even had an angle and was not able to catch him. And then on top of that, Rios is back there, and he doesn't even catch him. He put a little shake on him about the 20, 25-yard line, dipped in and back out, and was able to outrun him.
The penalty marker is down on it looks like on the far side after the 75-yard return by Douglas. As we said, the Z receiver, the return man, 100-meter champ, a back-to-back regional 100-meter champ for Boone County.
Well, he showed it there. I tell you what. He started just kind of picking his way through at the first the first line there, and I thought, and then all of a sudden, boom, looked like he shot out of a cannon.
So 75-yard touchdown return on the kick by Rondell Douglas, the senior for Boone.
It's
7-6. I know.
It just drives me insane sometimes. I mean, what are you supposed to do? You get excited. That's what you do.
I mean, you just scored a touchdown, on a long kickoff return to possibly tie this game up. You're going to be excited on the sideline.
Then it's going to penalize it on the kickoff now. That's tough.
See what Boone does, who they bring in.
Well, here's your swinging gate. Same.
They snap the ball, and Ruberg wasn't ready. Goes back, picks it up. Ruberg, and he is going to fumble it.
Oops, it's live.
And it's still picked up by Boone, by Ganster. And extra point would be no good. Now they start mixing it up a little bit. And here comes a flag. That's going to be unsportsmanlike as tempers flared a little bit there. So Catholic still leads 7-6. Well, I tell you what, Boone County, what an interesting set. Ruberg was back there. And for Boone, they had back there also was Wingo, number 6, and the ball was snapped, Bill Ransdale. Wingo wasn't even looking for it.
Personal foul against the Rebels and personal foul against the Knights.
Offsetting.
We still have the personal foul from the touchdown.
To assess exactly on the kick. So the score is now with 10:02 to go in the first half. Lexington Catholic 7, Boone County 6. That was an interesting extra point there for Boone County. I'm not sure what they were trying to do.
I don't know. They lined up just like Catholic did, and then we're going to move over after the adjustment was made, and then kick the extra point.
Lexington Catholic football team would like to thank American Industrial Contractors for being tonight's game sponsor. Thank you for your generous support of the Knights football program. Remember, if you like high school sports, I'm talking soccer, volleyball, tennis, you name it, football. The Scholastic Ball Report will premiere for its 14th season coming up on the CW. Labor Day weekend, we're going to air Sundays at 12:30 up until basketball season. Then in December, when basketball, we'll be back on Saturdays at noon. So Sundays at 12:30.
Very nice.
Labor Day weekend.
I got to tell you, my dad was asking him. He said, "Well, what radio? What station are you on tonight?" I said, "Well, Dad, it's a little different. It's PrepSpin."
Internet, yeah.
I said, "I got to explain." He said, I said it's on the internet. He just looked at me and he said, "Well, tell everybody I said hello." And
yeah,
he doesn't even have an email.
I got you.
Never has.
He's not big on the internet, is he, Mr. Ransdale? Bill Senior.
He looked at me every now and then and says, "I think I need one of those phones like you got." I said, "Dad, you don't even answer your flip phone when I call you."
He loves listening to you on those state championship games.
They have a good time.
KHSAA Commonwealth Gridiron Bowl will be in December. I think they're going to have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Did I not see that in the paper where it's going to be 2 games Friday, 2 Saturday, and 2 Sunday? So kind of changing the format up a little bit this year.
I haven't seen that. That's good. I mean, I guess they figured that out last year after we got bumped.
Yeah, that's true with the weather. Here's the short kick.
Nice play.
Taken by Upman 26 there for the Knights.
Clay Callahan.
Yes, that is Clay Callahan. Good pick up there, Bill. Of course, folks who watch this game know that we do not use a spotter. We do our own spotting up here in the press box.
And that's getting tougher.
Yeah, it is, especially at my age. The old eyes just aren't working like they used to. 9:57 to go. We do know this. You don't need 20/20 vision to see that. We've got a good football game brewing here. 7-6, Catholic on top of Boone at the 44.
They softened up a little bit inside.
Fago left side and incomplete, trying to go down there to the intended receiver was Gavin Cameron. Incomplete.
Cameron didn't see the ball.
No.
He looked up last second. It was like, oops, there it is. And ball was not thrown on the right spot there. Fago's got to put the ball on the outside there a little bit more. It's a little corner route into the short side of the field. Good thought. Take it on out there and let him either catch it or let it go out of bounds. That was a little tricky there, but I sure wouldn't stop out here. with the combo they've got to the.
Jones a handoff, and he's hit, knocked backwards. Good defense by Boone County. In particular, Dylan Kramer, the outside linebacker. Man.
Shutt looked
and
great
also,
too,
yeah,
36.
both linebackers, John Mark Shutt and Dylan Kramer. 3rd down and 8 for the Knights at the 42 of Boone. 9:30 to go, first half, 7-6.
I like the 9-1 combo in the slot down here.
Fago back to pass, getting pressure left side by Ganster, and Ganster's going to sack him all the way back at the 45-yard line. They're going to lose about 4 yards. What a play coming from Joe Ganster, the big 210-pound senior defensive end for Boone County.
Nice job that time. He got off against, I think it was Langford there on the edge there, and just was able to get that. He was able to get on the edge and get his shoulder tucked and get on around. And that, whenever anything like that happens, it makes it hard for your quarterback there to do much of anything.
Willie Wolf back to receive the punt here from Sharp. Good punt. Wolf watches it bounce, takes a roll. Will it go? No, it's going to be Catholic touching it down at about the 1-yard line. Boy, I tell you, I'm not sure what Wolf was doing. He probably should have fair caught that football.
Hindsight, I was thinking, all right, good kick. It's too good of a kick. It's going to roll in the way it was going, but it just started angling to the right a little bit and worked out as a nice break for Catholic. And, just being able to touch the ball and not have to possess it.
Right.
I mean, you talk about a huge, play that can happen in the kicking game and really change field position quite a bit. Great job, Catholic, at this point, 2 times inside the 5 already.
Yeah, they've got them backed up. The last time they backed up Boone, no. You saw the running back Cahill rip one off for about 27 yards from the 5 out to the 32.
Well, you want to bet there's a similar play right here.
I'd say it's going to be
pretty
close.
I know it was the 4.
Yeah.
They may just go fullback closer because it's at the 1-yard line. First guy to dive through. Try to get a little space. Let's see what they go from.
Ruberg is in his own end zone.
Yeah, they're up under it. They're going to just dive it.
Ruberg under center.
Right behind it.
Slides right, gives to Callahan. He's off the right side. He's to the 10, 15. Nice run there by Cahill. Cahill. Cahill took it all the way from the 1 to the 16. That's a 15-yard run there for Mr. Cahill.
Yeah, just power off tackle that time.
Boone gets a little breathing room on the Cahill run. 8.5 to go, first half.
Might stay under center after that one.
Might not be bad.
Yep. Power eye.
Give to Cahill. He's hit and knocked down. Nice play. Turned in. That was Xavier and Callahan. Xavier, what is that? Movero?
Tackett.
Excuse me, Tackett.
Tackett was in there. Movero was in there as well.
Yes,
76.
sure was.
Good job that time at that side of the D-line, getting upfield and getting a nice push, getting under the pads on that offensive line that time. I played before, Boone County owned them.
Boone County looking along the way. They got a decent little crowd down here coming down from Florence, Kentucky, about an hour and 10-minute drive. 2nd down. Ruberg gives now to Cahill. Cahill's got some room up to the 22-yard line. Nice 7-yard pickup. Finally tackled. Let's see who gets up off that pile for the Knights defense. Clay Callahan, the middle linebacker, the sophomore, making another nice play. Third down and 5. They say Fago helped out on that play as well defensively. 7:10 to go, 7-6. Lexington Catholic leads Boone County. Gary Ball, Bill Ransdale, William Warfield. The king of stream, we call him.
The king of stream. That's good.
3rd down and 5. Here's up the gut. Cahill running hard, but he's going to be just shy of the first down. Gets to the 25, but Billy needed to get to the 26 for a first down.
Yeah, ISO again. They moved him around. They went back to the gun. They did their motion back across, and that time they did just power eye right over the guard that time. So just they're doing a little inside-outside, just doing the power eye.
4th down and a yard for the Rebels. 6.5 to go, first half. Catholic got a strike, a 21-yard strike from Fago to Rhett Ryan down the middle. Boone County scored on a long return by the speed merchant, Douglas.
It was a 75-yard
return.
he shot out.
Timeout on the play, 6:21 to go. Again, we'll step out. This is the White Greer Maggard High School football game of the week, 6:21 in the first half. Lexington Catholic 7 and Boone County 6. We'll be back here to the White Greer Maggard game of the week.
all S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since.
Looks like Boone County showing no signs of punting here at the 25. 4th and a long yard at the 25. They got the full house backfield behind Ruberg. He's under center. Slides right, gets to Cahill, dives forward. Cahill close, and Boone County thinks he's got the first down. Looks like the side judge does too as well, as he's marking it beyond the first down. So nice run there by, I tell you, I like this Coruscant Cahill, Bill. He's 5'10", 175-pound senior. We were told Dylan Kramer might be their best ball carrier, but Kramer's played mainly defense, but Cahill's been the workhorse so far tonight.
You know, and you got to, having coached and played the game, you know, it's one of those things you've heard your coaches, and as a coach you've said, look, what are we going to do on 4th and 1? We need to get a first down. This is what we're running. They did it when they were backed up on the 1, and they came back with 4th down and 1, backed up at their 24-yard line, and they're able to punch it out and get 2 yards out of it. That's really encouraging for a coach.
Cahill's got some room, 40, and he's at the 45-40 of Catholic. He's down to the 20. He's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Cahill. That is going to be a 72-yard TD run. They got a 75-yard kick return, and now Boone County has taken the first lead, their first lead, 12-7 here with 5:37 to go in the first half. What a run by Cahill.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I think we might see them go for 2 here. They had to mess up on the first touchdown on the extra point, so in trying to get the score back, be anxious to see if Coach wants to decide to go ahead and kick it or
different.
They're the one that has their kicker gone.
Yes, he was playing soccer at Lafayette tonight. Yep. I believe they said his name was Brody or Brady. What's that?
He's not got his pants on yet.
Oh, yeah, so he hadn't made it to the stadium yet, I don't think. I told Coach Steele, I said, you know, Lafayette couldn't be any closer to Catholic. You could probably walk there in about 10 minutes, much less if you got transportation doing about 2. But he hasn't made it here yet to our knowledge. But I tell you what, the Boone County team is showing up here so far in the first half. They now lead 12-7 over Lexington Catholic with 5:37 to go here in the first half.
They better hurry.
And Bernie Jenkins there. Timeout for Boone County. They almost ran out of time. So Boone County on 2 long plays. Bill Ransdale, 75-yard return by Rondell Douglas on the kick return, and a 72-yard run by Cahill right over the left side.
Yeah, and Cahill showed great speed. Got out. I mean, some guys had some little bit of an angle on him and weren't able to, you know, to close the gap and really close the margin at all.
I know they didn't have much statistically in the first quarter, but I'll tell you what, with that run by 72, Cahill's got to be over 100 yards now tonight. Because he got a 15-yard run as well, remember?
Yeah, and he broke 25 earlier.
Yeah, so he's well over 100 yards. And, you know, Boone County's known. I'm a Boone County graduate myself, as most people watching up in northern Kentucky probably know, and as Bill Ransdale knows. So let me have a Boone County moment here. It's known as Tailback U. It goes back to the days of George Rudd. It goes back to the days of Johnny Ransdale, Sean Alexander, John Smith, those guys. It's known as – and Cahill obviously is going to try to foot that bill this year if he stays healthy.
You know, it's always fun to see when you're going to be a running team and you say, this is what we're doing, here's where we're going to run the ball, and you got to stop it. And to what I said earlier, 4th and 1, you know, they're going to run the power.
And you know how I forgot? One of the best backs they've ever had, Brandon Black. What a running back he was up there at Boone County. Brandon's probably watching tonight saying, hey, does Gary Ball not going to give me some love on there? What's going on? First down, and actually they're going to go for 2 here now. They got 1st and 10 on that board, but they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Ruberg slides right, gets to Cahill, hit in his tracks. Cahill keeps the legs going, and he's going to be pulled down. Good defense there by the Knights defense.
Yeah, and, you know, he just –
Lauterbach helped out, so they stuff Cahill in that 2-point conversion.
Same play. Power eye going to come back, get under center like they did, you know, to start this drive. Up at the 1-yard line, come back, power eye off the right side. You know where it's going. Catholic does as well. That's a great time to come in and give a little fake, get your tight ends working across or something like that when you're such a power team.
You just made me think of something. Excellent point. You said this drive started at the 1, so they now tie a record, 99-yard drive. That ties a record. You can't start from anywhere. You can't start from the goal line.
I think it was close to inside the 1.
It was inside the 1. So 99-yard drive by Boone, and they take a 12-7 lead. Are you surprised in this, Bill Ransdale?
You know, I don't know that I would say I'm surprised. I think it's. I know you are a little bit. I mean,
well,
it's. I think it's just a combination still of trying to get your feet under you and play the first game. Boone's a 6A school.
Yep.
I mean, they've got. It's not like they don't have kids.
Yep.
And maybe they're not what they were historically, but they got kids.
Right.
And Catholic's got a wonderful tradition and a lot of young men as well.
Coming off a state championship
absolutely.
appearance.
I mean, you don't get there by not doing something right. And so I expected a battle. I mean, I didn't, you get a big plays like that. You know what? That's what the coach, you talk about as a coach too. Hey, who's going to take advantage of them?
And when Fago found Rhett Ryan, I didn't see Boone County hanging their heads. They came out and played really good defense right after that. So they didn't hang their heads.
Just like you touched on the pregame.
So here we go. Boone will be kicking.
That.
Boone will be kicking with their first lead of the game, 12-7.
Look where nobody's past the 25-yard line because there's no kicker.
Here's the short kick. Taken in, looks like Satil, 30. Satil, 35. He comes to the near side, upended, still on his feet, 38-yard line. Satil. And making the play there for Boone's defense was Jacob Kroll, the 190-pound senior. I tell you what, Boone's got some good size. They built Ryle High School. They built Cooper. Ryle has, of course, got one of the best quarterbacks in the state this year in Tanner Morgan. Cooper's a really good team. Got one of the best wide receivers in the state this year. And there's Walton Verona up there in Boone County. So you got
and Campbell's made a huge and Campbell's had a nice resurgence over the last several years.
Right, exactly. So here's Fago. Let's see what the answer is for Catholic. They're down 12-7 now to Boone County.
They've got 5 receivers spread wide.
Here comes the blitz. Now Boone backs out of it now. Fago, here comes pressure. Fago rolls to the right, sets, throws, and Buccanetti, great catch down to the 38-yard line. What a nice catch by Ben Buccanetti, the senior.
I tell you what, that's a great play by Fago, just being able to sit there and extend the play, getting a little more time. Breaking down right now, Catholic is up front. They got to get those big guys where they're moving their feet and getting their hands on those guys to give him a little time. Boone's D-line is getting too much pressure. Fago extends the play, finds Buccanetti, great catch on the sideline, gets his foot down.
34-yard reception. Fago looking down the middle, and he's got Buccanetti off his hands, and good coverage there by Boone. Let's see who gets up there off that play. Number looks like 28 back there for the Rebels, Peyton Shoemaker. He is a senior as well, 170-pounder. Nice play there by Shoemaker. Second down now. Catholic has it at the 37 of Boone County. Rebels 12, Knights 7. Gary Ball, Bill Ransdale, William Warfield. Here's a screen back left side. It comes to Schnurr. He's at the 30, takes it to 30, cuts it back 25. Down, it's got the first down to the 26-yard line. Boone, the ball came out of there late. Boone coming out of there with it, but he was already down by contact.
Well, coaches seeing obviously what I'm just talking about is they're getting such a push up front. So let's do a little screen. Let's get them running. We got to keep the D-line running back and forth and wear them down. And I watch for it the second half, and I think you'll see them kind of I think you'll see this D-line slow a little bit. It's just natural. I don't care how good a shape you're in. Got him.
Pass. He's open down the left side, and he dives for it. Here's a flag. Official's going to mark him. He's not in the end zone. The official's going to mark him down near the goal line.
First and goal inside the 1.
White Greer Maggard, All Sports Traditional Bank, Mingy Beef Jerky, Collins Bowling, and Triple Play Productions, all sponsoring tonight's game. And that will be pass interference. They say the receiver did not break the plane, Bill Ransdale, but that ball cannot be any closer.
No, they marked everything right on top of it. He did a great job of just reaching in and going and getting the football because there was so much contact.
Fago gives to Jones, and he leaps in for the touchdown. Damian Jones with his first touchdown of the season rushing. And just like that, Bill Ransdale, it only took maybe a minute or minute and 20. Catholic answers the Boone County lead. It's now Knights 13, Boone County 12.
Yeah, you got to like it when you're able to come back and take advantage. And they want to run the football some. They got to slow this D-line down. They're going to run some screens. They go to their Buccanetti to really get them moving in this drive and throwing that football and moving it around a little bit. I think it's going to take its toll at some point on Boone.
And looks like Fago settling in at that quarterback spot, too, and really finding some open receivers. Found Buccanetti. Here's Connor Fry's extra point up, and it's good. So Lexington Catholic regains the lead. The Knights 14, the Rebels of Boone 12, 4:37 to go here in the first half of Joseph K. Ford Stadium. We'll return on the White Greer Maggard High School Football Game of the Week.
White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
And you've got some numbers there, Bill Ransdale, on Mr. Karsten Cahill for Boone, and he's got a pretty impressive first half going, doesn't he?
Well, 10 rushes so far, 133. You made mention that he was over 100. And we did it on just a couple of different runs. He's got some tough yards in there too, and a few for negative yards. But I tell you, that's a big plus for Boone County when you want to run that football and you see your starting tailback able over 130 yards already and 4 minutes left in the half.
Douglas from the 12. Douglas 25, hemmed in, knocked down at the 26-yard line is Rondell Douglas. Of course, he took the last one 75 yards for the touchdown. 14-12, Lexington Catholic on top of Boone County. 4:31 to go. First half action here on the White Greer Maggard game of the week. Gary Ball with Bill Ransdale, the former Kentucky quarterback and former E-Town Panther. Well, they had a nice season last year. I remember I did the E-Town Catholic playoff game last year down at E-Town.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did, didn't you?
Yep.
They had a nice year going.
Undefeated going. They lost one game that year to last year to Catholic. That was their only loss. They were undefeated going into that game.
I heard some interesting tales on that deal after the game. I think you were sharing.
Yeah, exactly. That was interesting. Football to 27. Let's see what Boone does here. Cahill went 72 yards the last time they had the ball. They give it to Cahill, and he is going to be hemmed in. Good defense, maybe a yard that time. I tell you what, good play there by Austin Pedroshi, linebacker.
You know, I like Pedroshi, no question about it, but I love the way you got Duffy and Owsley and Foster and Coulter inside.
Yep.
They pushed it outside because that time, Cahill's trying to run inside again with the eye, and they just pinched everything inside, and Cahill bounced, and there you got your linebacker sitting out there waiting. In Pedroshi.
Yeah, we've called Lauderback, Callahan, and Pedroshi a lot tonight, haven't we? Yep. Those linebackers, as you said, because of that interior line, they've made a lot of plays. Second and about 8 for Boone County. Ruberg, Callahan, and he's hit again. Leaps forward for a couple of yards. Nice play there by Eric Foster, the senior making the play. Foster, the senior defensive tackle. Brings up third down for Boone. 3.5 to play in the first half. 14-12. Boone on top of, Catholic on top of Boone.
Boone again just trying to run the power I again, and Foster sitting at the linebacker position, and everybody else just got blocked, and he just went to the night, did his job, filled the hole inside, stepped up into it, and was able just to track Cahill down.
How about tomorrow night? Talk about two big doubleheader games. The Roy Kidd Bowl over in Richmond will have Bryan Station playing a really good Wayne County team at 5:30. Then at 8 o'clock, Madison Central takes on a good Knox Central team.
You working that game?
Yes, sir. Screen set up over the middle to Cahill. He's at the 35, 40. Cahill 45, midfield. Cahill turns on the Jets down to the 39-yard line for the Rebels of Boone County. 36-yard. It was Eric Sotil saving the touchdown there. I tell you what, one thing that Cahill does, he has one thing on his mind when he either runs that football or catches a Bill Ramsdale. That's the end zone.
Yeah, it was a nice job up front by Boone County that time. They've been Catholics getting a little push inside, and even if it's against the run, they're still getting some penetration. So, taking a play, out of Catholic's book, they did a little screen pass, and it was a nice job of Becker, the tackle, pushing back and being able to fend off one of the D linemen. I couldn't tell for Catholic to get those extra yards.
Low pass caught by Kramer, and he'll go down at about the 44, loss of about 3. Nice play by Lauderback, the outside linebacker, and Pedroshi was there as well. Second down, just 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first half, 14-12.
I wonder, I think that Dylan, I think that's Jeff's son, Kramer, that I played ball with and was my roommate at Kentucky. Not 100%, but I met him last year at a ball game.
Yeah, he's a senior, 185-pounder. Really good defensive player. One of Boone's best defenders. Second down. Ruberg keeps the keeper down to the 35. Back inside to down to the 32. It'll be about a yard or so shy of the first down. So it'll be third and about a yard and a half for Boone at the LexCath 32. Minute 38 to go first half. And you got to wonder, Boone's got a timeout left, don't they, Bill?
They do, yes.
Got to wonder if they'll use that here as we approach the 1:30 mark. down 14-12.
And Kramer that time, they did a little fake and did the quarterback draw off of it. He led on the linebacker and was able to pick up the extra yardage there. Sometimes they'll trap it in there. They'll fake and they'll get a trap block up front with the lineman. Nice job of execution there by Boone.
Devin Ruberg, Kramer in front of Ruberg, keeps it and tripped up on a great play by Dylan Coulter, the junior defensive end. Stops him in the backfield. I don't think you got 4th down now for Boone. Under a minute to go in the first half. I think Catholic's going to call a timeout. Or did Boone call it? Boone County did call that timeout. 57.8 seconds to go. Again, Lexington Catholic football team would like to thank American Industrial Contractors. I know Mingy beef jerky. I like Mingy beef jerky. You ever had that Mingy beef jerky?
I've had it, and
good
you know
stuff.
what?
It's addictive.
I'll eat the whole bag.
Yeah, it's addictive.
And it doesn't matter what size I get. I can get the large one.
Yep.
It's awful.
Yep.
You don't stop.
Maybe we can get them to bring us
and then I swell up.
Maybe we'll get Mingy beef jerky to bring us some samples up here next game we do.
All of they've got, I think it's a teriyaki. They got one that's a little spicy with a little
I love
hot.
that, yeah.
Oh, quit it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Also, Collins Bowling Lanes. We'll be mentioning those sponsors. The White Greer Maggard, our title sponsor. Of course, tomorrow night we'll be at the Roy Kidd Bowl. That's over in Richmond. Kicks off Bryan Station. I'm telling you what, I told William Moorfield tonight before the game. That's my sleeper team right there, the Bryan Station Defenders. They got a 6'3", 245-pound quarterback named Quentin Floyd. Remember that name. He's a stud.
What year is he?
Senior.
Senior.
Played a little bit last year. Of course, Andre Davis was a starting quarterback for a couple years there at Station. So Boone County 4th and 7. Let's see what the Rebels can dial up here. Under a minute to go in the first half. 4th down and 7. Ruberg fires right side, caught down to the 20, to the 10, down to the 5-yard line. Ball comes out late. Let's see, I'm getting the glasses on.
Great mark, too,
what
inside.
And who else? That was Douglas.
Yeah.
Rondell Douglas, who ran the kickback 75 yards for a score. Douglas nearly took that to the house. The
nice
speedster.
Great play by Boone. I tell you what, you're a back, the team that wants to run the eye, and you come out with twins, and just a nice job. The slot receiver ran right down the middle, and I tell you, it's just a fine pass and a good job of leading the pass in there by Ruberg.
Yep.
He just threw it to the spot right there, and it was really nicely executed.
Cahill trying to get down low, gets down to about the 3, maybe a yard or so, with 30 seconds.
Kill it.
Boone's got I think they've run out of timeouts. It's called their last one, I believe.
Got to kill it.
Ruberg 2nd down, and he's going to spike it and kill the clock, as Bill Ransdale said, with 19 seconds to go in the first half. Worst case scenario, I don't know if your kicker's still over at Lafayette playing soccer,
must be after the last kickoff. I mean, it was just a couple minutes ago.
And I believe Boone County brought in, it was 87.
This is a great spot right here. If you're Boone, if you've got anything in there where you run 2 tights anyway. If you got something where you can do a little play action inside, or you can cross your tight ends or bring them, I mean, this is the place where you want to do it.
3rd and 3. Let's see what the Rebels do here. Touchdown here would give them the lead back.
They're spreading it
here before halftime. Ruberg's got Cahill behind him. And before they get the playoff, the whistle blows it dead, so it must have been either too much time or procedure. False start.
Well, they had it. That was 6.
Yeah, because they faked to Cahill and looked like Ruberg
Cahill was open, too.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, now that 3rd and 8, if you run the football, makes it tough out here. But you got to get it and kill it. I don't know if you can get it killed quick enough after watching the way they executed last time.
So instead of 3rd and goal at the 3, it's 3rd and goal at the 8.
Work the corner.
14-12. Catholic leading Boone. Boone
got a lot of room down here.
Ruberg steps to the right.
Bought some time.
And throws it incomplete.
Nice,
Did he throw
nice
it?
Play.
Yeah. That's Bernie Jenkins rules it incomplete. So let's see what Boone will do here. They've got 11.8 seconds.
Somebody's going to kick it, looks like.
They have brought in. Yep, they have brought in the kicker. Unfortunately, he wears 87, and they're not showing an 87 on the Boone County roster. There's no number 87. on the roster, so maybe they weren't sure he was going to be here tonight.
All right, here we go.
I believe his name is Brady or Brody. It's blocked by Catholic.
It's returnable.
And
Ball's live.
down, and Catholic picks it up, and they'll have it with 3 seconds. It's run out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Here comes another late flag in front of the Boone County bench. It was blocked, Bill, and I'm not sure who got it there for the Knights.
It looked like
Lex
Cath just caved it in. I couldn't tell either. It was just a sea of blue.
Lauterbach they give credit to for the block. So Mr. Lauterbach, he's been a busy guy tonight. Very busy guy. So Lex Catholic will have the ball, and they'll take a lead into the locker room. Boone had a chance with a field goal there from about 20 yards to possibly take a 15-14 lead, but it was blocked by Lauterbach.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Your guy's not here. It makes it tough, you know.
Yep.
You've missed
Maybe that was him.
Well, you've missed an extra point.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think so. The way, not if a guy's playing soccer.
Yeah. Got you. That wasn't soccer style.
That didn't appear to be soccer. Nothing against this young man, but you've missed an extra. You come in here and that's tough for you when you're counting on that.
We'll try to get, looks like the Boone coaches have already headed down. I was going to try to get with one of them, find out who 87 is, because he is not on the roster. I tell you what, something else you look at when you look at this Boone County roster, there's no 37. You know why? That was Sean Alexander's number, and they retired it.
I remember doing the game at Henry Clay when he came down here, and I was on the field doing some interviews back then in '94. I'm dating myself. And I tell you what, watching him at Alabama and going on down through it, it was interesting.
Right. We'll try to find out. Is that a Boone?
Good half. Good half.
Even the coaches aren't sure what his name is.
Yeah.
So a good half. Boone County came out and played Lexington Catholic, but I liked the way Catholic responded after Boone took the lead. Fago and Jones, of course, Jones had the TD run. Bill Ransdale. Fago found Rhett Ryan down the middle for a 21-yard strike. So Catholic takes the lead in here to the locker room, 14-12 over Boone County.
I tell you, it's both teams are trying to find their way. I think you see the Boone. It's kind of a tale of two different teams right now. Boone loves to run the football, and they're good at it, and they've been doing that. And then you got Catholic. Historically they've thrown the football a little bit and spread it. It's not like they can't run it, but they've tried to run some a little bit. And Boone's defense has been really good, and they've thrown the football effectively. And I think you got two different teams here.
Yep.
Nice half so far.
Good half. Lex Cath leads 14-12 here at halftime over Boone County. We'll come back with the first half numbers and some more information here at the Joseph K. Ford Stadium, the campus of Lex Cath, on the PrepSpin White Greer Maggard High School Football Game of the Week. We'll be back with halftime.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White Greer and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White Greer and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S Sports. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
And we're back here at halftime, 14-12. You see the score there on the board, on the graphic there, 14-12, Knights on top. Still got a battle. They'll put another 3 minutes up on that after this 3 runs out, so still got about 6 minutes before the second half kickoff. Bill Ransdale's back with me at the mic. And, Bill, you've got to look at the first half, and most of those first half numbers in the second quarter.
Yeah, you look, Boone County has got 29 offensive plays, 186 yards of that, 26 on the ground. And you look at who you got, Corsten Cahill with 141 total yards from line of gain. He's lost some yardage as well, but, just the workhorse right there. And again, just, doing the power stuff that Boone County historically likes to do, Gary. And it's just, it's real interesting. And Boone has controlled the clock almost 19 minutes to 11 by Lex Cath.
That's what they like to do, too.
They're doing what they want.
Ground and pound.
Yeah. And then, we were talking about it right at the end of the first half, but Catholic, when they've had some pretty good success, they've put the ball outside in those skill positions hands, and they've been able to sit there and make some things happen. I'll tell you what, Buckananny, 3 receptions, 114 yards for Buckananny already on just 3 receptions. So I think, we were talking about in the first half, I think he's one of those guys that's really difficult to really slow down much. I think they got a good selection of receivers to be able to look at. You've got Hodges and Schnurr, and I tell you, if I'm Catholic, I'm going to take advantage of that and then come back inside a little bit with Jones and what have you. He's got 21 yards total, 6 for a loss, a net of 15 yards. So that offensive line up front for Catholic's got to get settled in and get their assignments figured out. Maybe some adjustments here at the halftime. We'll see coming back out.
Bill Ransdale, believe it or not, I got some finals already from high school football around the state of Kentucky. A few games kicked off earlier. Scott County defeated Tates Creek 47-20. So the Big Red Nation gets their season started off with a 27-point win over a pretty good Tates Creek team. Covington Holy Cross out of northern Kentucky, where Boone County's from, up there in Florence, they beat Holmes 42-7. And another final good start for Madison Southern and John Clark. They beat Lincoln County 21-14. Wow. So Scott County starts out with a 47-20 win over Tates Creek. So Scott County starts out with a victory. Here it's 14-12. East Jessamine leads 14-8 over your E-Town Panthers. So East Jessamine leading 14-8 at halftime over in the VisitNick.com Bowl. We did that doubleheader last year, the VisitNick.com Bowl.
Was that last year?
Last season. We did it over in Nicholasville when E-Town played in it. E-Town looked impressive. E-Town was undefeated going into the Catholic playoff game last year. That game was played in Elizabethtown, and Catholic took care of them pretty easily, quite handily, actually. I did that game with Darren Douglas in E-Town. I like E-Town. It's just a nice community, nice sports community. Of course, Erin Boley, the All-American, played basketball there. She's going to play at Notre Dame this year.
You talk about a player. That young lady did it, on the court. But everybody that I ever spoke to and talked about her, she was more impressive off the court with her community service, her
academics,
her manners, everything about her. She's just class act.
4.0 student, great kid. She'll be playing at Notre Dame. As we said, they put the extra additional 3 minutes up on the clock. Boone County is swarming their coaching staff down there. By the way, I noticed on the coaching staff, we referenced Marty Steele. John Smith, the former athletic director, is the offensive coordinator, calling the offensive plays. Great running back. A lot of Boone County fans may be watching. He played on that great team back in the 80s that beat Shelby County 28-0 late in the regular season. Played him in the state championship, Bill. Lost 17-14, and that just tells you how football can turn. But he was a great running back on that team for Boone. And I remember the 87 team that played Jeff Brom and company at Boone County right after Thanksgiving, one of the best games ever played up there with about 9,000 people. Place was packed at Irv Goody Field, named after the great Boone County Rebel, went on to star in the NFL for the Cardinals. Irv Goody.
Irv Goody and my dad played together.
Oh, did they really?
They did.
Yeah.
He
so you know Irv Goody well.
I know well. I was a pup. I remember him grabbing me.
He was a big old boy.
Yeah, I was a little fella. And I remember him grabbing me and setting me up on top of my dad's old VW and one of the old Bugs. And I remember he set me down, and the top just, made a big crunching noise. It wasn't like it did, but it just impressed me as a little kid, Right. And Irv, it was funny.
Irv Goody's got a field named after him, and Sean Alexander's got his own
Rightfully
road.
so.
Got his own road up there, Sean Alexander Way, right out there in front of Boone County High School. So there have been some good ones go through there, and as I said, Boone County High School known for great football over the years. And I tell you what, they're showing themselves well here tonight against a Lexington Catholic team that got a lot of love in the preseason polls, ranked as high as number 3 in their class in the state. So a lot of people think highly of this Catholic team, and the reason I think highly is all the returning starters on defense for Catholic, and we're seeing a little bit of that tough defense tonight, although they only lead Boone 14-12 here at halftime.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's Catholic has a nice squad, and we know that year in and year out they put a good product on the football field. I think, again, the big thing they need to get figured out right now is probably going to be, how they're going to get this old line up front settled in a little bit. And, give some credit to Boone County, obviously. But at this point, that's what I think. If I'm Catholic and I went to the, Coach Brown, I went in at halftime and said, hey, what do we got to do here to make some adjustments? What are we missing? And Boone County on the other side is coming out here trying to sit there and say, all right, guys, we hit a little seam pass, going down trying to go score something outside of our realm. We like to run the football. We threw the ball, and we're effective. Did we find a little something there, a little chink in the armor there of Lex Cassidy that's been pretty solid?
And not only did Ruberg do a good job running the offense, the quarterback for Boone, I thought they found 2 big weapons, obviously, in Corsten Cahill, had 137 yards rushing in the first half, long 72-yard TD, and Rondell Douglas, the wide receiver, obviously ran back a 75-yard kick return for a touchdown, had the long pass down there at the end of the first half, Bill.
Yeah, and I want to put the ball in those guys' hands as much as you can. And, if somebody else, you can sit there and you get yourself in a position to put it in another guy's hands and he can give you something, then great. Try to get you, 3 or 4 guys that are playmakers. And I tell you what, that makes the job of the coach a little bit easier.
I want to say hello to all you folks watching up in northern Kentucky, Florence, y'all. I have a daughter, Deanna, that lives up in Florence, and my granddaughter, Peyton, who goes to Turkey Foot Middle School up there in northern Kentucky. So shout out to them. They might be watching tonight. Coach Meehan, it's second half action. He might be watching up in Pittsburgh. He's up there for his reunion. So shout out to Coach Mike Meehan, my compatriot, Bill Ransdale. Of course, appreciate you sitting in.
You bet.
Filling in for Coach Meehan. Boone will receive the ball to start the second half. Remember, they won the toss and deferred to the second half. I tell you what, I think I'd kick it away from number 21, wouldn't you, Bill?
I definitely think so. The wind, I believe, is coming this way a little bit at him. So there's a nice little hole right around the 20, 25-yard line. If you can just punch it, make them have to field the ball off the ground. I don't like to kick it to the big guys unless you kick it in the end zone.
Cahill driven back and into the end zone, and they're going to call a touchback, so Boone will get it out at the 20-yard line.
Nice
Good kick there, yeah.
Great kick. Tell you what, nice job.
Francisco Rios, right? Rios kicking there for.
I think that was 15 that time.
Yeah, that was Lex Cath Rios.
Okay.
Francisco Rios, the junior.
He put
put a charge in it, didn't he?
Yeah.
So starting the second half, Rebels will have the ball at the 20. Rios kicked it back into the end zone. Thanks again to White Greer Maggard, our title sponsor here on PrepSpin. High school football tomorrow night. Be the Rory Kidd Bowl over in Richmond, 5:30. Bryan Station will take on Wayne County, 8 o'clock, Madison Central against Knox Central. Boone County, who got most of their offensive yardage in the second quarter. Devin Ruberg, your senior quarterback, as he settles back there with Cahill behind him. He's got wideouts both sides. Motion now by Schwartz. Here's a flag down as Ruberg is going to be stuffed all the way back at the 12-yard line. And Fagot making the play. Jack Fagot, the strong safety, came in on the blitz, and there is a flag down, Bill, behind the line of scrimmage.
It's illegal procedure, motion, somebody wasn't said, and the flag's on that offensive side. They'll decline it.
Oh, yeah, they'll decline that. Kevin Brugman out there, the Coach Perry as well. Mark Perry, what a great coach.
Love Perry.
Did great job at Central Hardin
He
there
did.
in your old stomping ground in Hardin County.
Central was nowhere to be found. There was East Hardin and West Hardin and North Hardin.
Gotcha.
No South Hardin.
No South.
Then I guess they built a new North Hardin, and they've gotten Central, and they got John Hardin now. And
John Hardin, I believe that's where Big Matt Elam played,
he
right?
did. Matt did.
2nd and 13. What do you expect from the Cats this year? I'll get back to that after this play. But
Okay.
second down. Ruberg sends motion to the near side. Gives now Cahill. Cahill trying to bounce off people, but he won't go anywhere. Cahill running a nice play again by Fagot. I tell you, Fagot's everywhere.
Yeah, Fagot is doing a nice job. I tell you what I like, though, is when you're sitting there and Dylan Coulter's getting the kind of penetration he is, he's the one that disrupted that entire play. They're just trying to motion their other power back inside and trying to give a different look to Catholic, motioning back, and then they're still running power. That's all they're doing. And a great job of Coulter being able to get inside and get into the backfield and disrupt everything.
Twins to the left. Douglas, the speed burners out there to the left. Quarterback Ruberg stepping up. Ruberg hit, sack. Back at the 13-yard line. Going to lose about 5. How to bring up 4th down. And, boy, good defense there by Catholic.
You know, and they only rushed 3 that time. Gary did a great job outside on the ends, getting their width and getting their markers outside. And I would say markers, you want to get on the outside shoulder of the tackle, but you want to keep the quarterback. You know, the tackles are taught to push them out, and that's what he did. But a nice job of them. Once they saw the QB step up inside, they planted and redirected and came back in and made a nice play.
And if you're Pete Westhoff, you're telling your snapper, don't snap this one over my head.
He's so nervous right now.
Back near the goal line. Schnurr and Satil back deep at the 45. Good snap. Westhoff's punt. What a great punt out of there. Drives Schnurr back to the 45 of Catholic. He's at midfield, 45. He's to the 40, 35, 30. Cuts back and tripped up finally inside the 30. So Catholic will start at about the 26-yard line. John Mark Shutt finally upended him there for Boone County. What a great return, though, by Nathan Schnurr.
I'm a little old school. This is where I like to take it right now and, you know, take it right on top and go try to get it. You got good field position. You know, in pretty much when you're a throwing team, you try to pretty much commit. You're going to throw the ball 3 times here if you miss it. But
gives now to Jones, 25, cuts it back 20, 15, 10, and Jones cuts it back 5, and Jones is going to take it to the house. 28-yard TD run by Damian Jones, the junior. What a terrific run by Jones. Boy, he should have been tackled about 3 or 4 different times.
Yeah, just, you know, it's just a little zone play inside from the gun. It's pretty familiar to people when you're used to the, you know, to the spread and the air raid, and you sit there, and just a great single effort by Jones, Gary. I mean, you know, you get down, you get a nice block to get to the edge, and then, you know, you shake 2 tacklers, and then you zig and zag a little bit and help your blockers that you have left, and then just power yourself in from the 3. It's just great effort by that young man.
Second TD tonight for the junior Jones. Take it over for Jalen Jones, who graduated, went on down the center. High snap, kick is low, and it just gets over the crossbar. How about that? Just got over. So with 9:33 in the third, it is Lexington Catholic 21, Boone County 12. We'll return here to the White Greer Maggard High School Football Game of the Week.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
White Greer and Maggard.
Scholastic Ball Report, 14th season begins Labor Day weekend, Sunday, September 4th at 12:30 on the CW. Check out the Scholastic Ball Report. Sundays at 12:30 on the CW. All your high school sports will have it covered. Here's the kick. This time it will be Douglas at the 5, the speed burner, 15-20. Douglas out to the 25 and pulled down at the 25-yard line. Pedroshi making the play. And don't you think they don't remember that 75-yard touchdown return by Mr. Douglas?
Yeah, you know, and I'm like you. I don't know that I want to kick to him unless you're kicking it in the end zone. I like that placement kicking.
Yeah.
That, you know, a lot of people have gone to. And I tell you what, this young man, he's got a heck of a leg on him.
Bill Ransdale, since the second quarter, Lexington Catholic has really found their offensive groove. 21 points here in the last, quarter and 3 minutes. And Fago settling in, and Jones is settling in with a couple TD runs. So things are looking a little bit sharper for Catholic's offense. Boone County, let's see what they do here. Ruberg has been outstanding. So is Cahill. They give to Cahill, not much running room there left side for Cahill.
It's just such tough yards, Gary. I mean, when you're sitting there and you got one wide out, and, in effect, Lex Cath has 9 in the box.
Yep.
And when I say box, I mean from tight end to tight end.
Yep.
And if 10, if you count the safety that's sitting just 5 yards or more behind. So, it's really tough. I mean, you got to get that first block. You got to break something. Now, the beauty is what we already saw when Cahill gets through that first line of defense. There's really nobody left. There's a lot of grass on the field to get to.
Twins to the bottom for Devin Ruberg, senior quarterback. Slides right. Ruberg rolling to the right, wants to set back, and he is going to cut it back up inside. Nice job by Ruberg up to the 27 as he made something out of nothing. Could have been sacked back at the 20. Instead, he gets it out to about the 28-yard line. Would have been 3rd down and 7.
It was Callahan that blew through there. Just did a great job of disrupting whatever it was that Ruberg was trying to, execute on the play, and forced Ruberg to take his eyes off downfield and just trying to fight for his life to get back and get positive yardage.
Lexington Catholic, they will play St. X next Friday here at the Bluegrass Bowl. The first game will be Henry Clay against Ryle. Boone County, if I'm not mistaken,
we're doing that game, right?
Yes. If I'm not mistaken, Boone County plays their arch rival, Connor, next week. I'll have to look at their schedule and verify that, but I think they play Connor. It's one of the other Boone County schools. Third quarter action here. Ruberg sets up, got some time, throws it high, incomplete. Trying to go up to the 40-yard line, incomplete. Trying to go, looks like to Schwartz up there.
It's just when you're a running team that obviously Boone County is, and when you start trying to get into passing the football, that time they did a little play action. The back went one way, the quarterback went the other way, and it creates a little disruption, obviously, and it's really hard when you start having to try to do something like any of us that we're really not comfortable doing.
Exactly, out of our comfort zone. Boone has looked pretty impressive in this game. I know Lexington Catholic leads, but Boone did have a 7 lead, Bill?
12-7.
So 14 unanswered here by the Knights. 7:44 in the third. Low snap.
Catholic has some
Westhoff
dangerous returners here.
Pitches it up, gets it off to Snur. Snur 45, Snur midfield, and tackled at the 48-yard line. And
I made the comment coming out that Catholic seeing them come out and throw the football after they got that nice field position at the 25-yard line, but they came out and actually did what we were kind of talking about, is they went in and they took it back inside and ran the football, with that O-line, trying to get them to get their feet under them with any kind of adjustments they made at the half.
That was Shoemaker made that stop for the Boone County punting team. 7:35 in the third with the Knights 21, the Rebels 12. Gary Ball, Bill Ransdale, William Warfield, the King of Stream here on PrepSpin. Little flare out to Jones, little screen. He's got some room. 45, Jones cuts it back 40. Comes to the near side, needs a block. Gets it at the 40, 35. Jones the 30, cuts it back 20, and then tackled. Here's a late flag coming down as Jones is tackled at the inside the 20-yard line. There is a flag coming down, and Mark Perry is livid. He is beside himself. Coach Perry is out on the field, Bill. He is so upset. I believe that's Mark.
It is. He yanked his head. He yanked his.
Coach Perry's still yelling at his player. I tell you what a great block thrown at the 40, allowing that cutback. And you know that was Rhett Ryan who caught the touchdown pass, but throwing that block there at the 40 for Damian Jones.
Yeah, it's nice. He was waiting on him. He had a peel back. He could have really laid it to him, but I liked it. It was effective block just to break him all around the corner. What a great run by Jones.
Yes, it was. He's looked impressive his last few runs.
Just get him in space.
28-yard TD run prior to that one.
Get some space.
Be first down and 8 at the 45. Motion to the near side for Fago. Quick toss inside. Hodges hit, and he's going to be knocked down. Sam Hodges.
Shuttle pass to number 27, Sam Hodges.
Late flag down.
Getting a little chippy.
Yep. 6:54 in the third. Gary Ball, Bill Ransdale, William Moorfield. Thanks to Bluegrass Preps. Of course, a lot of you folks up in northern Kentucky and around the state of Kentucky follow Bluegrass Preps. As a matter of fact, I'm a Bluegrass Preps subscriber. I check it out every once in a while. Gives you updates on the teams and coaches and things like that. That's unsportsmanlike against Boone. That's going to take it all the way down to the 28th. Bluegrass Preps. We have partnered up with them here on PrepSpin, Bill. Go inside to Jones. Hit. Jones driven backward. Ball comes out of there late. And let's see. Catholic jumps on. I believe the officials are going to say he was down. Yeah. Say he was down at the 34. Ball did come out of there late, but said Damian Jones. That was just a big time hit there by the Boone County defense. 6 minutes, 25 seconds here in the third. Loss of 4.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's one of those things when things. I think it was the big 58, Jackson Becker, the D lineman, senior, 6'1", 220. That got in there. He's been giving some fits to Catholic most of the night.
Here comes blitz. Fago gets rid of it,
nice.
And down to the 20-yard line, down to the 19 possibly, as it's hauled in there by Cameron, Gavin Cameron, the junior, making the catch. Shoemaker made the stop.
Nice job by Fago that time, Gary. I mean, got linebacker blitzing, came in right in his face. He stood in there, and he kept his feet planted and his eyes down the field and followed through.
Quick pass to Schnurr. Nathan cuts it back. He's got the first down to the 15 where he's tackled over there. Pick-up of 3. So first down at the 15 on the Schnurr catch and run. 5:31 here in the third period with Lexington Catholic leading Boone County 21-12, but Boone County has put up a good showing here through 3 quarters, haven't they, Bill?
They have. They've really played well. I mean, defensively, I think the screens we saw the first half starting to take its toll. You know, the D-line's getting a little tired.
Jones dancing down inside about the 12-yard line.
This is classic. Yep. Air raid, you know, spread the ball, throw it back and forth, sideline to sideline.
Right.
Run them. I mean, I remember when Coach Mummy was here back in the day at Kentucky, and they were playing Florida, and they threw sideline to sideline, and they were down 28 points. He said, we'll catch up the second half. We got to get these guys tired. Didn't quite get there, but they made a heck of a run at them, I'll tell you that.
Here's Fago, screen over the middle, caught by Jones, and Jones is going to take it in for his 3rd touchdown. Jones on a screen pass, and Damian Jones did the rest. His 3rd TD tonight, and it's 27-12. That's 20 unanswered by Lex Cath.
That makes it tough if you're Boone. And you see this kind of execution offensively by Lex Cath along this way, and you know that you're a power eye team.
Yep.
That's what you do.
You're ground and pound.
And so either you're going to keep grounding and pounding and hope for a seam again in a big breakaway once you break through, or you're going to try to get into something that you're not necessarily it's not your first choice as far as what you're going to run.
Here's the extra point. Kick is up, and Catholic 28, Boone County 12 after Boone led 12-7 in the first half. 4:43 to go in the third. We'll return to Joseph K. Fort Stadium on the White Greer Maggard Game of the Week.
Thank American Industrial Contractors for their generous support of tonight's football program.
The KHSA scoreboard. This one.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White Greer and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White Greer and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White Greer and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
Gary Terry Ball with Bill Ransdell back here at Joseph K. Ford Stadium, where the Knights of Lex Cath have ripped off 21 unanswered after trailing 12-7 to Boone. They now lead 28-12 here late in the third quarter. Bill Ransdell.
Yeah, I love what Catholic's doing right here. Just coming out and sticking with what their game plan is and getting some hat on some people and putting the ball in their playmakers' hands.
Douglas of 5. He's out to the 10. Douglas breaks a tackle, sprints up to the 35. Douglas to 40, and goes down at the 40-yard line. Bill Ransdell. Now a player down injured for Catholic, and a nice return. The player down shaken up is Eric Foster. But what another nice return there by Rondell Douglas. Almost broke that one, didn't he?
He did. It was a missed tackle that he was able to shake off, which was a very nice job of I think it was Lauterbach that had him in his sights, and he just overran him, and his momentum took him. He wasn't able to wrap him real good.
Great football here next Friday night, the Bluegrass Bowl. Bill Ransdell will be here with us. Mike Meehan will be with us. It will be the first game. Will be a good one between Henry Clay and Ryle. Ryle, one of the best quarterbacks in the state, and Tanner Morgan. Henry Clay, the fastest player in the state, coming in, a sophomore. Jackson, and then after that it'll be St. X. They will take on Catholic, and you Catholic fans watching, you will not see the UC commit Ritter, quarterback for St. X. He was suspended 2 games, so he will not be playing next Friday night for the Tigers of St. X, from our understanding anyway.
Interesting.
Sit that one out.
Yeah.
So some big football coming up tomorrow night. We'll be over at the Roy Kidd Bowl.
Was he a transfer?
Ritter?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think he was home, right in the Catholic system there in Louisville, I believe.
What's he suspended for? Oh, was it internal?
It was, I think he got in a fight or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Of course, I don't know. It must have happened in a scrimmage game because they haven't played. Nobody's played a regular season game yet.
I think Henry Clay them had a scrimmage earlier this summer.
They have not scrimmaged anybody, Henry Clay?
I think.
They did scrimmage.
I think they had St. X.
I gotcha. Yeah. So Henry Clay will play Ryle, and then Lex Cath will take on. It looks like the Catholic offense to me as they work on Foster. He looks like he's going to get up and be okay. That's a good sign.
Yeah, he didn't move for.
Yeah, he's in his leg. They are taking him off, and he's not putting a whole lot of weight on that leg. And Foster's a big part of that defense for Catholic, Lexington Catholic. 4:34 to go here in the third, and Boone County will have pretty good field position on the nice return there by Douglas up to the 40-yard line. Boone County coached by Marty Steele. He played at Boone. I believe he was a graduate of 1983 out of Boone County. So Marty was a heck of a player in his own right. Boone County. When you say Boone, of course, a lot of folks remember. We talked about him in the number 37, Sean Alexander.
He was something now.
Well, players like Sean do not come along very often, do they?
He just kept doing it too. He did it.
You knew he was going to get the ball, and you still couldn't stop him.
He had all the records at Alabama till 3 years ago?
Yes, sir.
4 years ago, and then did it in Seattle.
Hand off to Cahill. Cahill, he's got some running room. He's at midfield. Cahill, the 40, and then bulls his way down to the 38 of Catholic. That's a nice run there of about 22 yards for Karsten Cahill, the senior running back for Boone.
And you know what? He reminds me of just a lot of the Boone running backs. You know, it's downhill. It's no nonsense. He's not going to do a lot of wiggle. He's just going to get behind his pads and get running downhill, and he may make one little move, and that's it.
Did you ever know Craig Mullins, by the way, who coached football at Georgetown College? He's a former Boone County quarterback. We passed away of cancer, so we certainly be remiss if we didn't remember what a great player Craig Mullins was at Boone County. First down. Cahill up the gut, hit, and dropped immediately. Lauterbach, I think Lauterbach. Lauterbach hit him in the backfield, no gain.
Lauterbach's done a nice job.
He's a stud. 6'1", 210-pound senior outside linebacker, Austin Lauterbach. All the linebackers, Lauterbach, Pedroshi, Callahan, they've all been active tonight, as you referenced, Bill Ransdell, because of that front four being so.
That four is making some.
But now Foster's hurt.
Some movement.
We'll try to figure out. Looks like they got a three-man front now with Foster out there. With Foster injured. Got 3 men up there. Looks like big number 76 came in there for the Knights, and that is Movero, big senior, 76. Ball goes Ruberg. Ruberg Steps up and loses the
Ball's
football. And Catholic says they've got it at the 43. Officials there, and Catholic has it. Lauterbach with the recovery. He's done it all tonight, hasn't he?
He's been everywhere for the defense. I mean, we've called his name on special teams. I mean, I'll tell you what, he's done a nice job.
So
if he's not been the one that we're calling, he's been the reason that other guys have been in on plays a lot of times tonight, Gary.
Remember, at one point in the first half, Boone County led this game 12-7. Right now, it's 28-12 Knights, and they've got the ball back on a fumble recovery, and they're into things at their own 44. 21 unanswered by the Knights. 3:28 here late in the third.
Nice.
Quarterback for go.
Nothing
rolling,
there.
And he's just going to get rid of it, and it's going to be incomplete. The backup quarterback, if you're wondering for the Knights, is Bo Allen, a 6'1 freshman. And, man, they really like his upside here at Catholic. I think he's going to be a good one. And, of course, he's going to be a good one. And he's the son of Bill Allen, who was up here in the box talking to Bill Ransdale before the game.
Yeah, Billy and I played together.
Go way back, don't you?
Yeah, we do. And Bo is a good friend of my daughter, my youngest daughter, Mason's.
And Rick Panel.
And he's bigger than 6'1". I think he's like 6'4". I told his dad.
6'4",
he said,
yeah.
Bill, he's not that big. And he's laughing, though.
Yeah.
Because he's just grown like a weed. I keep seeing him at the house, and he just keeps growing.
That's what Rick Panel said he is a big freshman.
He is.
Big honcho.
He is. He's a big rascal. He's got a big frame on him.
But we do know that East Jess won tonight over E-Town 20-15 in the VisitNick.com Bowl. 3:22 to go in the third. Fago back, fires right side, and throws it at the feet of his intended receiver. And that time it was Wolf, I believe. No, it was Cameron Brownell, excuse me. Brownell, the intended receiver. Brings up 3rd and long for the Knights at their own 39. They've got to get down to the Boone 44, so they need about 14 yards with 3:19 in the third. Joseph K. Ford Stadium, campus of Lexington Catholic.
Boone County's dropped back a little bit this half. See, they're kind of got a little bit more of a soft cover, too. You can see the way the safeties are back a little bit more.
Kirk Fago rolling to the right, sets, throws, and it's dropped up there by Brownell.
What a nice
Brownell
pass.
had it. What he tried to do, unfortunately, is he tried to cut it upfield before he had the football. So brings up 4th and 15. Schwartz was back in coverage for Boone. That's exactly what he did. Did you see his eyes? He tried to cut upfield before he caught the ball.
I tell you, it's just a nice. I mean, it's the corner with the free safety sitting back. The corners were there as I was starting into, and it's just a really nice executed play. Just got to catch the football. Basic
Wolf.
Fundamental trouble.
Ball punted and it bounces. Takes a Boone roll up near the 40, so that's where the Rebels will have it at 39-yard line. 22-yard punt there by Sid Sharp. Boone County will have it. 3:05 to go in the third period. With Lexington Catholic, 21 unanswered points. They lead 28-12 over Boone County here on PrepSpin. Join us tomorrow night for the Roy Kidd Bowl at 5:30. It will be Bryan Station, Wayne County. 8 o'clock after that, Central will take on Knox. Next Friday, we'll be here for the Bluegrass Bowl, Bill, and the first game will be Ryle against Henry Clay. Yes, sir.
Should be a good game. I know Ryle's got a heck of a squad. I know Henry Clay's trying to get their feet back under. They graduated a lot of kids.
They sure did.
They got a new QB. People will know that name too.
Yeah, Greg Couch, Couch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the handoff left side, and nice running. Oh. He will not go down. That's Cahill, 40. He's at the 30. He can run 20. Cahill is going to take it to the house. A 62-yard TD.
And again,
by Cahill.
No nonsense. Just inside and got his shoulder down and shook a shoulder pad. I mean, that's really not good tackling. You know, when you got to wrap up and grab it all the way through, and he just shook it with the shoulder pads, and then what a burst, huh? How about that burst?
Wow.
I mean, he's got the 2 strides every 5 yards.
We talked about Douglas being the 100-meter track champ, but Cahill must be a member of that track team too.
He's got to be. He's got to be on there somewhere.
He can run. That is his second touchdown tonight. 72-yard run, and that was a 62-yard run by Cahill. So I tell you what, timeout on the field. I know Boone County's liking
Boone called the timeout right now.
The effort they're getting here against this good Lexington Catholic team. But some people are talking about a state contender in 3A. Of course, when you talk 3A, you got to mention Philip Haywood and Belfry High School, the Pirates down there in Belfry. They're the prohibitive favorite to repeat again this year. But Lexington Catholic, I'm sure, and teams like that will have a lot to say about it. Timeout, 2:52 in the third. 28-18, Boone County just scored on a 62-yard jaunt by Cahill. We'll be back.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Collins Bowling Center sponsors here on the Night Vision. Also, Mingy Beef Jerky.
Oh, love them. We gotta get some jerky up here in the box somewhere.
Yeah, Mingy.
And then we go over to the bowling lane and put up the bumpers, and that's fun.
Yes, sir. And we'll have the Mingy Beef. Here's the quarterback Ruberg rolling, and he keeps it, and he's going to be stopped well short, so he will not get it in. I tell you, the 2-point conversions have really killed Boone County tonight. You add those 6 points on there if they get the two. It's a 28-24 ball game, but it's 28-18 Knights. 2:52 here in the third. We'll return here to the Joseph K. Ford Stadium on the White Greer Maggard Game of the Week.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
White Greer and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White Greer and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White Greer and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Well, I think Boone County's found their big tailback, Cahill, 222 yards
There's
tonight.
the kick they've been wanting.
Here's Satil picking it up back at the 15, coming to the near side, the 20, dancing 22, hemmed in, and finally going to be tackled right there at the 22. So how about Karsten Cahill, 222 yards, a touchdown run of 72, and a touchdown run of 62.
On 18 carries.
On 18 carries. That's productivity. So Catholic will take over at the 22-yard line. 2:42. We're late in the third, and Bill, it's LexCath 28, Boone County 18.
I think it's like you were saying the coach was talking about in the pregame. They haven't laid down. Boone County hasn't, and I like the way on the other side of that, way Catholic's been coming back out here. They keep, it's been kind of like the big boxers punch, counter punch.
Fago keeps it. Fago, and he's pulled down.
Quarterback trap.
No gain.
Fake that time to Jones.
Sue gets up. Big nice play there. John Mark Shutt got up a little, rubbing his hand. Listen to this size. 5'11", 205 pounds, Shutt, a sophomore.
Ooh. Very nice.
Second down for go. Fakes right, getting pressure. Rolls back now, just going to ground it and throw it incomplete.
Wow.
Boone County wanted intentional grounding, but he was he outside the, still in the tackle box, wasn't he? What is the call there, Bill, when a quarterback just throws it in the ground like that?
Well, that time they pointed to one of the receivers.
Gotcha.
Like he was there, but you have to be outside of the tackle box, and I believe you have to throw it beyond the line of scrimmage.
Right. 2:15 in the third. 3rd and 10 for go, rolling to the left. Sets, throws, and nearly intercepted by Boone.
I tell you who's big. I mean, Javion Johnson for Boone County, he's getting upfield and putting a lot of pressure. He's got great lateral, movement and good feet on him. And when they're rolling out, that's playing to him. He's just running sideways and getting up into the backfield and causing a lot of problems.
You know who's played well tonight? We haven't talked about him. That's Shoemaker back there. He nearly picked that one off. Bill number 28. Willie Wolf back to receive this punt for Boone. They're down 28-18, but here late in the third quarter, they're going to get the ball back, it looks like.
Minus a couple snaps on punt.
Right.
Their special teams has been really good.
So Buckinanny's going to punt for Sid Sharp. Remember, Foster got hurt earlier. Buckinanny's punt, and it's a good driving punt. Wolf watches it bounce at the 42, and that's where Catholic will down it right at the 42-yard line. So Brownell will down it right there at the 42, 37-yard punt by Buckinanny for the Knights. 2:02 to go, Bill Ransdale in the third, and Boone County, of course, the last time they got the ball, Cahill showed a burst of speed there down the left side, took it to the house, 62 yards to get Boone back in the game.
And Boone will, if they're doing what they look like, they're going to come back and run the football. That's what they do. I mean, they tried to throw the football a couple series ago. It didn't work really well. They come back and run the football. Big plays they've had, as you keep, have touched on. And that's what's, really hurting Catholic.
It's been a 75-yard return by Douglas, a kick return, 72-yard run by Cahill, and a 62-yard run by Cahill. That's the 3 touchdowns for Boone. They trailed 28-18, but they got the ball back. They give one a sweep to Douglas, trying to get outside. Douglas, he's up to the 47. Nice run by Rondell Douglas.
It's nice. I mean,
yards.
And that's, you got to do something to be able to move Catholic's guys. I mean, Catholic in the first half was throwing the screens outside. I was touching on trying to, wear down that D line, what have you, and you get them running sideline to sideline. You got to take the ball outside sometimes and get out of that box. You got 8 guys sitting inside, so let's get out there and get it. You got to capture the edge is the first key block though that's got to take place for anything else can.
Sid Sharp did not punt the last time, but he made the defensive play there for Catholic on that sweep by Douglas. Minute 22 here in the third, and Boone faced with 2nd down and 5 at their own 47. And we got a timeout on the field, and it's going to be called by the Rebels. Minute 20 in the third, thanks to Mingy Beef Jerky, Collins Bowling Lanes, and also Lexington Catholic football team would like to thank American Industrial Contractors for being tonight's game sponsor. Thank you for your generous support of the Knights football program. Gary Ball, Bill Ransdale, William Moorfield will return. 28-18, Catholic on top of Boone here late in the third. Minute 20, we'll be back on PrepSpin.
I'm not happy with my teeth. They're not straight enough.
Let me fix them for you.
No. You are not White, Greer, and Maggard.
I'm sort of like White, Greer, and Maggard. I'm local, love smiles, love to fix things.
No.
Sorta you isn't you. White, Greer, and Maggard, where a beautiful smile is just the beginning.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
2nd down and 5 for the Rebels at their own 47. Devin Ruberg fakes to Cahill. Ruberg tries to tuck it outside, gets a block, but he is still going to be pulled down on great pursuit there. What a play by Satil. Boy, I tell you, got a great block after faking it to Cahill, but Satil with pursuit makes the play, brings up 3rd down and 7 now for the Rebels. A minute to go in the third, and Knights 28, Boone County 18. Gary Ball, Bill Ransdale, William Moorfield.
Third and 8. Yep. The interesting call right here for Boone County. They're struggling. They had to take a timeout that last time and to save a delay a game. Looks like they're going unbalanced to the right. No, just tied down, excuse me.
Ruberg with wideouts both sides, and Ruberg getting blitzed, rolls to the right. Ruberg, and finally tackled up near midfield, short of the 1st down. Making a nice play there was Louderback. He makes a lot of plays. It's going to be interesting to see how many tackles that young man has. After the game tonight, we'll name our star of the game. That'll probably do it for the third quarter. We'll come back for the final quarter with just 4 seconds to go here in the third. That'll do it for the third. We'll also have a star of the game and try to get Coach Perry up here in the box. We get head to the fourth quarter. It is Lexington Catholic 28, Boone County 18 here on the White Greer Maggard High School football game of the week.
Once again, Lexington Catholic would like to thank American.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S sports. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
County Cardinals with a win over King Street, 47-25.
So Boone County will punt it away here to start the fourth quarter. Westhoff back at the 35. Looks like Satil back at the 20. Low snap. Westhoff gets it off. Good high punt. Comes to the near side, goes out of bounds. To see the official is going to mark it at about the 30, still walking up to the 32, 33-yard line. So the Knights will have it right there to start the fourth quarter. Lexington Catholic 28, Boone County 18. A lot of pluses for Boone County tonight, Coach Ransdale. You know, you look at, I always think of you as coach because you were our OC at the Horsemen when I did the Horsemen games. You were our offensive coordinator, the arena team. So Coach Ransdale, put your coaching hat on. Some pluses for Boone County tonight. Obviously, Cahill and Ruberg, the quarterback, and Douglas.
Absolutely, and you know, right now their defense is just they've been doing what they've done, and they're putting it back on their defense is what I've seen by them continuing to run the football like that coming into the fourth, and they're down 2 scores, so they definitely know they got to do something and defensively try to make something. That time they're trying to strip the football.
Yeah, Hunter Freeman, who's in there now, sophomore, trying to strip that ball out of there for Boone. Fourth quarter action just getting underway, and Fago looks screen back to the left side, and Hodges has it 35. Stiff arms him at 40, and they say stepped out of bounds to 42. Hodges stepped down to be about a yard shy of the first down, but what a great catch in the yak, yards after catch by Sam Hodges, the senior, 160-pounder.
Yeah, nice job of just a little screen. It's the one where you release the lineman, your receiver curls back under. They're going, hurry up, sorry.
Jones, and he's going to get the first down as he leaps up to the 48-yard line. Pick up about 6.
Nice change of pace. Yes. Going with a little no huddle, quick NASCAR right now. Going to put more pressure on that defense of Boone County.
That was a nice little stutter step there by Damian Jones doing his best Barry Sanders imitation. First down. Let's see what Fago gets here from the sideline. Kirk Fago, the senior quarterback. Of course, his brother Jax played so well on the defensive side. Pump fakes.
Got it.
Looks down the far side. He throws it down there. Receiver down there. And it's caught. Buccanani to the 10. He's going to take it to the house. $53-yard strike to Buccanani, the senior. And it's 34-18 Knights.
Talking about him in the first half, you know, I mean, it's a hard combo. You know, that's a young man that you got to get the ball in his hands. And when you got, 4 or 5 guys, you just try to pick and I've been on staffs where you sit there and you've got X, Y, Z. You know, you've got all of your receivers, and you chart touches. Okay, how many times has he touched the football?
Yep.
I mean, and that's some way you get to, as a coach, you got to get the ball in these young men's hands and let them make plays.
Buchanani made the play, 54-yard TD reception.
Great catch. I mean, really well thrown football, but just nice job of concentrating and catching the football and finishing it.
Connor Fry's extra point is no good, so touchdown strike from Fago, this time to Buchanani. Benny Buchanani hauls it in, 53-yard strike, and 10:42 to play. It is Lexington Catholic 34, Boone County 18 here on the PrepSpin White Greer Maggard Game of the Week. Speed Merchants, Cahill, Douglas back for Boone. Set to kick off is Rios for Catholic. 10:42 to play, and Knights 34, Rebels 18 here from Joseph K. Ford Stadium, campus Lexington Catholic. Roy Kidd Bowl tomorrow night here on PrepSpin. Here's the kick. They kick it to Douglas again at the 5. Douglas at 10. Douglas at 15. Douglas hit.
There it is.
And I believe Lauterbach got him.
Yeah, he did. I tell you what, and he's the one that's been just screaming in and not getting under control. Great job. Somebody, coach on the sideline or something, or himself said, hey, I got to break down a little bit. He's got great speed to get down there and has done a really nice job. And he's got 4 tackles unassisted as well. And Coulter has 7 total tackles.
Fago has 6 as well. Start at the 16 on the return there by Douglas for Boone County.
Boone in a spot, Gary. Down 16 points. You know, so your 2 scores, but your 2 2-point conversions that haven't gone really well, and you're really in no position. You got to do something.
Down 16, 10:36 in the contest. Ruberg looks to pass. Now comes back to the screen to Cahill. Cahill 25 to up near the 27-yard line. Cahill takes it to the 20, close to first down. I tell you what, when all else fails, get it to number 20.
That's right. You know, they were trying to throw the slant back up to the short side of the field, the Boone County side of, and there was nothing there. It's a great job defensively by Lex Cath. I couldn't see which backer it was, but he dropped back into that hole.
Yeah.
And Ruberg did a good job. He just came back over and threw the little swing pass out to it's a safety valve to Cahill. And I think, you know, what else? I mean, give the ball, put it in his hands.
Douglas splits
give him a little room to run.
Twin receivers to the bottom. Inside handoff, Cahill. Cahill up the middle, and Cahill to the 33. Pickup of about 5, 2nd and 5 for Boone. Cahill's, as we said, was what, 222 yards prior to that, I guess? Is that what it was?
He was at 222 on 18 carries.
Was that the end of the third?
No, that wasn't even the end of the third yet.
Gotcha. And 2 touchdowns for the 5'10", 175-pound senior running back for the Rebels. They have found them another great back. His name, Karsten Cahill. 2nd down, Ruberg. Getting pressure, he gets rid of it, and it goes incomplete.
Nice job by Catholic's defense that time. I mean, just pressure coming big time. It looked like it was number 59 again, Coulter. I mean, coming on the outside on that. You know, he's on the right side, so Ruberg can see him. He's a right-handed QB, but he's looking back to his left, and he looks up, next thing you know, he's in a position where he can't step up, you know, plant his foot and get back up in between the tackles and try to keep his eyes downfield. So great job by Lex Cath's defense right there.
Rebels 3rd and 5 at their own 33, 9:18 to play. Ruberg, little screen over the middle, got Cahill. Cahill trying to come out of there. Cahill's got the first down and more, 45. Cahill won't go down, finally battles his way 46-yard line. That's a 13-yard pickup. Boy, how can you not like Cahill? He's even kind of the relief valve out of there when nothing else is working. Just get it to number 20.
And that time, you know, they're bringing it, and they said, heck, let's slow them down a little bit. Let's use the screen out here and put it in Cahill's hands, and no reason not to.
13-yard reception by Cahill. 9 minutes to play. Boone on the march, but Catholic has the 34-18 lead here. They played last year up in Boone County, and as we said in the opening, the first play, Boone fumbled, and Catholic picked it up and went in for a touchdown. Devin Ruberg looks down the middle. He's got time now. He's got all day back there. Rolls to the right, and he's going to dump it off. Only player there is a lineman, and Bernie Jenkins will throw a flag on that one. Only one there was a big lineman for Boone. I think that was Eichhoff there. Or Sands maybe.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, there was a couple of guys. Everybody was running a little curl route, and Catholic was waiting on it. They dropped all their guys. They only had three guys rushing, and that time Boone did a really nice job, and Ruberg being able to move inside the pocket and outside the pocket and around, just trying to keep his blockers in front of him, but there was nothing there. It was an excellent job of coverage by Catholic.
8:36 to play, 34-18. Knights leading the Rebels here. Our opening game of the regular season here on PrepSpin. Tomorrow night we have the Roy Kidd Bowl. 5:30 Station will take on Wayne. At 8:15 Madison Central will take on Knox. Next week we'll be back here for the Bluegrass Bowl. It kicks off at 6 with Ryle taking on Henry Clay. Lex Catholic will play St. X at 8:30. Ruberg, 2nd and 30 now on that penalty. Ruberg running it right side, looking for block 35. Ruberg up near the 40, finally run out of bounds. Let's see what they mark him at. Nice 14-yard pickup. When you got 3rd and 30, it's pretty nice to pick up 14. Now it's going to be 3rd and about 15, more manageable.
Yeah, I tell you, it was a nice play by Ruberg. I mean, again, they've run that little isolation where they've run their backs up and then let Ruberg run the football, and he did a great job of getting in and then back outside to the sideline and picking up a couple blocks.
He's a 6 foot, 180-pound senior, Devin Ruberg.
£180.
Boone County.
I hadn't seen that since it was on a high school program.
Same here. Same here, Billy.
Long ago.
Matter of fact, when I played at Boone County, I weighed all of about 160 pounds. And that was ringing wet.
Yeah, I think senior year I was 185.
That's good size, though, for a quarterback.
Long gone, long ago.
What'd you play at Kentucky?
About most 205.
205.
And that was before, height and size, and then it just took off. I think one of the big guys that came out was, remember Culpepper?
Yes.
He was
6'5",
like 260 or something like that.
Dante. What do you think after this play, 3rd and 16? I'll ask you again about UK this year. What do you think for the Cats? They open play in 2 weeks against Southern Miss. Ruberg.
Good time.
He's got time. Throws and incomplete. Trying to go down to the Schwartz, the intended receiver. Goes incomplete. Brings up 4th down, and Boone with 8:23 to play will be forced to punt it.
Nice time, nice block that time, blocking by the offensive line of Boone County. But, Catholic just dropping everybody that time. And, again, he throws a pretty good football.
Yeah,
I mean, getting his feet set. I mean, so it's something that you can, if they worked on a little bit, I think they'd have some effect. And they got some skilled guys, too, as well. So, but good job by Catholic. This is a scary spot for Boone right here.
Yeah. Already down 16
Already
points.
down 16, and, if Catholic comes out of here and takes this ball back and puts it in the end zone, you pretty much have sealed the night up.
Yeah, probably game over at that point. 8:23 to play. Westhoff back to punt inside the 30. Good snap this time. And good end over and punch. Schnurr back. Schnurr scoops
nice
24, 20, 30 up to the 30. Schnurr 35 and tackled at the 37-yard line by Boone County. Coming up there to get him for the Rebels looked like Gibson.
I'll tell you, you were talking about Kentucky, and I think we're going to have to revisit it because they're coming out with no huddle again, looks like.
We're getting an update on Dunbar Lafayette. Bulldogs leading early 7-0 over Lafayette on a Dontel Brown interception, we understand.
Wow.
The outstanding center on the state champion basketball team. Also a good football player. Side handoff to Jones, 40. And Jones, and here's a flag coming down as Jones is spun around, and Bill Ransdell already given me the holding indication up here in the press box, and you must have seen something.
Well, I saw it. I looked as soon as he did it, and it was one of those things that you you see the point of attack, and the flag comes flying in, and then you can sit and see who, and then all of a sudden you add on top of that one of the big offensive linemen for Catholic.
Thomas Gerhardstein.
He's throwing his hands up in the air, and come on, it wasn't that bad. I didn't do that.
I've done that before.
It's one of those things, you get most time it's cloth at the high school level. You get your hands, and the defensive guys, he's got a little quicker feet if he moves, and you don't keep up as much. You end up pulling cloth, and that's the thing that you can see.
Fago.
Whoops.
Screen back this side to Hodges, goes incomplete, nearly picked off. Boone had a couple of players there, and in particular for Boone, Jacob Hill was there, and Jake Woods was there too. And was that who was putting the pressure on?
Woods looked like he was the one coming. I thought it was him. I couldn't tell with the numerals are hard for me to see at this point, but it looked like he was the one diving for the football. Trips into the boundary.
2nd and 20. Catholic getting the maybe changing the play. 8 minutes to go in the game.
Slot Buckingham up top.
Rolling to the right is Fago.
There he is.
Fago, pump fakes, sets, throws,
got him.
And it's called all the way up at the 45 to the 47-yard line. Buckingham. Boy, I tell you what, we see who the money ball is going to be this year. When you need a big catch, you're going to go to number 9. Ben Buckingham.
And he let it. Wait a minute. I mean, he ran the corner out on the 2 deep coverage. It's nice, and he was open early, and it was, Fago just held in there with it, and he kept working it, and so did Buckingham, and then he just drilled him with a nice pass on the sideline.
Fago tucks it and gets to the sideline, knocked out of bounds over there, very close to the first down marker. The quarterback for Lexington Catholic, Kirk Fago, senior.
And you can see his confidence has grown in this game as we've watched him progress through the quarters. I mean, you can just see him way he's walking and handling himself.
Just go through the progression of great quarterbacks here at Catholic. Of course, you're talking Reese Ryan. You're talking Justin Burke, who played at Louisville. Not only played at Louisville, started at Louisville, beat Kentucky in a game late in his career. And, of course, you're talking Kyle Boland, who started at Louisville some games. So some great quarterbacks here at Lex Cath. 4th down, and, how about that? Boone does force a punt. They say Fago was just about a half a yard shy of that first down marker. So
let's see what they do here. Oh,
they get the punt off. Shanks it right side. Does take a Catholic roll to the 35. Boone's going to scoop it up and take it up to the 38-yard line. And that was Jacob Hill.
Good job by Hill. A little shaky there. You're going to go stop it. It was already going to die. I tell you,
I think he saw a seam there. He said, I can pick this thing up and go. But
so what do you think about Kentucky this year?
I think they're going to win. They've got some winnable games, obviously, at home. I think the key is going to be that opening game with Southern Miss. I see 5 wins going into the Louisville game again. I think the Louisville game could be deciding again whether they go to a bowl game, unless they can upset a couple of people.
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to upset Alabama down there.
Yeah,
I guess anything could happen, but
that would be kind of tough.
That'd be a rough one.
It'd be kind of tough, yeah.
Down in Tuscaloosa. Cahill hit and stacked up, no gain. They could win 6. I could see them winning 6.
I like if they come. I like that Southern Miss game coming out and handling them. I mean, Southern Miss, we watched them last year against Western in the USA Championship Conference game.
Yep.
And they got a nice squad, and that QB is back.
And we certainly know the guy calling the plays for Southern Miss.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting, I think, to see that, because I think if UK can sit there and get in there and handle them, then I think that just builds them, lets that confidence start brewing a little bit. And I think that they set themselves up for 7, possibly 8. Is what I'm, That's where I'm thinking. But I'm the wrong guy to ask every year. Hell, you know that.
I still like your optimism. Hey, you are the former quarterback there. Twins out to the left. Douglas goes in motion and penalty. You know, the thing I'm noticing, Bill, I was about ready to tell you, Boone's line looks like they're getting a little tired to me, their offensive line. Look like they're kind of sucking air a little bit out there, like they're getting a little tired. They're not blowing off the ball like they were early in the game to free Cahill up.
Yeah, I'm just seeing I'm trying to see who they're just running. It's a muggy night. Anybody going both ways at this point, at this point.
You don't have too many of those guys for Boone. You do have a couple of defenders, but Kramer hasn't played much offense. He's primarily played defensive end. 6.5 to play, 34-18. Lexington Catholic leading Boone County. It was a tight ball game at half, 14-12. Motion, fake to Westhoff. Ruberg keeps it, knocked down at the 33. Lauterbach there making another play, brings up third and about 14.
It really looked like he was trying to get the ball that time to Westhoff. I mean, it's like he stuck it up there, and he's just lucky he held on to it. Yeah.
Take it. Westhoff said, no, it wasn't a call. I don't know. Maybe it was the call.
13 for Boone County. Let's get behind that big blue defense.
5:50 to play, and Boone faced with 3rd and 13 at their own 34. Boone in the white, Catholic in the blue. Gary Ball, Bill Ransdale, William Moorfield here on PrepSpin. Rebels, Ruberg fakes to Cahill, looks to pass, and Westhoff dives for it, incomplete at the 40-yard line, brings up 4th down. So Boone will be forced to punt it. Catholic will get the ball back once again.
It's like we've hit a little lull, but kind of back to the first quarter, the first couple of series back and forth here. Everybody's kind of just, then it was feeling you out. Now I think Catholic's playing just to make sure that they can, stamp this one and get on out of here,
Yep.
And Boone's caught between being down, 16 points, 2 scores and two-point conversions, and trying to have to, run against the clock, trying to run a touchdown. And having to throw the football a little bit, actually, with the time.
Westhoff to punt again. Satil to return, and ball's going to go out of bounds. That'll give me an opportunity to tell you about some scores tonight. Southwestern beat Jeffersonville, Indiana, 56-26. Metcalfe County beat Barron, 34-13. East Jessamine beat E-Town, 20-15. It was Fairview over Bath, 46-6. Nicholas beat Bethlehem, 14-0. Brosser beat Dayton 40-0. Doss over J-Town 40-0. Fleming County 49-7 over Esta. Mayo beat Floyd Central Indiana 34-10. Here's the give up, and that's Jones, and Jones down to the 42, pick up about 14 yards.
Nice job that time inside of Jones. Jones just coming there, just doing the little zone read inside, and Fago's handing the football, giving it to Jones. And, there's really at this point, if you're Catholic, you're not trying to do something crazy. If you got something that you can see that's very simple, pay a little pitch and catch, but let's just keep the football and let's keep the clock moving. But you don't ever want to get away from what you do.
It's turned out to be a beautiful night, hasn't it, Bill Ransdale?
Absolutely. Under
5 minutes to go in this one. The moon just above the Boone County section. Quick pass out to Schnurr, 40. Schnurr run out of bounds, 38. Pickup of about 4.
Coach will tell him to stay in bounds next time, I'll tell you. Just stop. Just go to your knee.
Yeah, we got a 16-point lead. We want that clock running. Lexington Catholic trying to go to 1-0. Boone will start at 0-1. And I believe, I'll double check, but I know Boone plays next. We'll check that. Here's Jones, and he's pulled down at the line of scrimmage. And Bill, I'm going to look it up real quick and see who Boone does play.
Nice job that time of Morgan getting up in the backfield. Lex Cathy was just overran the play. He's just shooting through the gap and trying to make a play in the backfield, but nice, great, better play by Jones, just shaking the arm tackles.
Boone is at home next week against our rival Connor High School. So Connor's at Boone next Friday. Catholic is right here in the Bluegrass Bowl against a pretty good opponent, St. X.
Yeah, that ought to be a good game.
3rd down and 7 for Kirk Fago. Screen back to the near side, Schnurr. He's got some blockers. He's at the 35. Schnurr breaking tackles and down to the 25 and finally pulled down at the 25-yard line. Nathan Schnurr, boy, the yak, he got about, another 10 yards after that catch. After the yak. Approaching 4 minutes to go.
You know a good receiver at Lexington Catholic that can catch the football?
David Bovier.
Your answer is Schnurr.
Schnurr. And David Bovier, who's at Kentucky right now. Man, he could catch it, couldn't he?
Yes, he can. I'll tell you what, watching him in practice,
too bad he's
it's
only
fun.
5'7", 160
Yeah, but I tell you
pounds.
what, everything that comes to him, he catches.
Catches everything.
He's fun to watch. Cut.
Jones dancing, cuts.
Good
Jones
cut.
15. Jones at 10. He's going to take it to the house. 25-yard TD for Damian Jones. His third touchdown rushing tonight. And it's 40-18 Knights. Well, the offense has awoken after that first quarter.
And that one right there, I think, will send the bus driver out.
Yeah, that's bus driver's heading over for Boone to get the buses right now. He's heading this way. 3:33 to go, and Lex Cath up 40-18. But, you know, this score is not going to tell us how good of a game this was, this final score.
No, I agree
this was a
with
much
you.
better football game than the score.
Yeah. And I tell you, single effort by Cahill and that offense there, for him to be able to sit there and put that kind of yardage up.
Right.
Both these teams, I think, though, will come out of here with their their histories and where they are right now with something positive on they can go in the film and break it down and get on the board.
Extra point is good. 3:33 to play. It's Catholic 41 and Boone County 18. We'll return here on the White Greer Maggard High School Game of the Week. Boone County and Lexington Catholic, and the Knights have dominated the second half. They now lead 41-18 over Boone County. Here's the kick. Douglas back deep again. They've been kicking his way all night. Out to the 10. Douglas out to the 15. Douglas return up to the 20 and to the 22-yard line. Actually, that was Cahill. Excuse me. That was Cahill, not Douglas.
Well, he's got to be
They'd had
tired.
Douglas lined up on the other side. That time they put Cahill over there. Then there's a player shaking up a little bit for the Knights with 3:24 to go.
And that would be, I believe it's our guy, Lauderback. Looks like 37 from
Wow,
here.
you do not want to get him shaken up before the St. X game next
He's
Friday.
been down on every kickoff.
They're going to need Mr. Lauderback against St. X, believe me.
He's been down on every kick we've talked about.
Lauderback
Coverage.
down, 3:24. That'll give me an opportunity to try to get some more scores off that KHSAA football app. As we said, we gave you a couple scores. Here's some more. Fleming County beat Estill 49-7. Highlands beat Cooper. What a shootout. Listen to this score. Highlands 52, Cooper 42.
Wow.
That's your final. Not a lot of defense being played at Highlands right now. Danville 47, LaRue 13. Greenup County beat Lewis County 56-12. Lloyd beat Walton Verona 38-0. Ludlow beat Newport 42-zip. Ballard over Oldham 38-7. Evansville Mater Dei beat Owensboro Catholic 54-29. Paintsville over Sheldon Clark 43-0. Casey County over Powell for 37-0. It was Thomas Nelson beating Fort Knox 47-8. Those are all finals from high school football, thanks to the KHSAA Reinhardt's football app for those scores.
I've been trying to get that to download for me. I cannot get that rascal. There she comes. There you go. All right.
Cahill's been a positive for Boone, over 200 yards rushing, a couple of long TD runs. I think, no, without question, that Douglas has been a positive with a big kick return of 75 yards for Boone. But Boone will go back and look at the film. They've got Connor next Friday at Boone County in Florence at Irv Goody Field, and Lex Cass got one of the top programs in the country and in the state, Louisville St. X, in here next Friday night. Second game of the Bluegrass Bowl. Ryle will take on Henry Clay in the first one. As Bill Ransdale said, Henry Clay trying to figure a lot of things out. That'll be their opening game.
Yeah, it is their opener, and then they're trying to, they've got some athletes over there still. It's just they're young, and I think they've replaced 4 out of their 5 starting offensive linemen.
Yep.
So that's always a real challenge right there to be able to give your quarterback some time.
Marty Joyce will get all those big hogs ready up front there.
And they'll have a game plan.
Yes. Cahill, the ball carrier.
Sometimes it's a little challenging to execute until you get everybody starting to mesh together and understand. And when you have the kind of coach that Coach Joyce is, he wants those guys making calls just like you see in college and pros early, and it just takes time to figure it out sometimes.
A lot of concern over on the sideline for Lauterbach. Here comes Coach Perry to check on him as well. Just 2:55 to play. Catholic is going to improve to 1-0. Boone will drop to 0-1, 41-18 Knights. Hand off to the big running back, Cahill. Pick up about 2.
Like the way, Catholic is just, again, their defense, Gary's been pretty stalwart. They've been just really steady with staying in there, and they haven't really had to use much, do a whole lot. When you're going to run the isolation, you run in between the tackles like Boone has done, but I'll give them credit. They've been able to sit there for the most part and stuff it. It's just been the big plays when they've gotten a little seam. Cahill's had one. He's been able to make something out of it, but gives Lex Cath a lot of credit there with being able to just jam it up for the most night.
Also, I saw in the game for Boone, it looks like Jonte Wingo is in there at a running back, number 6. And they give it to him off the right side. He's trying to break it outside, 30, up to the 35, turning on the 40. And nice run there up to the football. Comes out of there late. They're going to say down. Catholic thought they recovered it.
Well, it's really a great play, and to start off with Sid Sharp. He's a linebacker. He shot the gap, got in the backfield, and was able to sit there and get his hand on him, but just, arm tackling, and next thing you know, you got a first down for Boone County. It's just good fundamental football.
Nice run by Wingo. By the way, a 5'7", 155-pound sophomore for Boone. Nice 12-yard run there. So just 1:29 to play. Boone can pretty much, I know they'll try to score one here to make it closer, but handoff goes to Wingo and to the 40, 45. Wingo midfield, and is this the future here? He takes it for 14 yards. And
well, if you can sit there, if you get, you can adjust that backfield a little bit,
Also, we got a new quarterback in, Zach Grau, a 5'10 sophomore. So Grau in at quarterback. This must be like the JV team for Boone, and they're playing here with 1:07 to go. And
adjust a little bit. If you don't do power, get those guys that's got some some youth in them, and get them the football. Do split back or.
So Grau in at quarterback, tosses to Wingo, and he is going to be tackled. What a great open field tackle by Sid Sharp. What a
That's how he wrapped up.
Boone may have time for one more play, depending on how much time they take in the huddle here with 40 seconds left. Bill Ransdale, all in all, good start for the Knights. And Boone came in here, played well. They just fall short to one of the teams favored to win the 3A state championship, Lexington Catholic.
Catholic, what can you say? From the administration, I think, all the way down with the football, the staff to the kid, young men they put on the field. I think they always have a good class organization, and a lot to be said for that, that consistency and leadership.
Handoff goes to Wingo again.
Nice
Wingo
job of picking his way through.
And picked up about 3. That'll do it. Boone County will not have time to run another play. So Lexington Catholic goes to 1-0 as they beat Boone 41-18. And we'll come back. We'll try to get a star of the game. Talk with him very quick. Bill, great job as always. Catholic wins it 41-18 over Boone County here from the White Greer Maggard. We'll come back with post-game show after this.
Give these young men a hand for a 1-o'clock game. We hope to see you next week for the 2016 Traditional Bank Bluegrass Bowl. The 6:15 opening game will feature the Ryle Raiders playing the support. Please drive home safely.
Back here with the final numbers, Gary Ball, Bill Ransdell, William Warfield. Big number, Boone County falls to Catholic, 41-18. Knights really came on. Let's look at some final numbers. Besides that score, first downs, Catholic 15, Boone 13 first downs. Boone did rush for 256 yards, but Karsten Cahill, 21 carries, 228 yards, 2 long touchdown runs for Boone. Wingo also had 4 carries for 26 yards. Ruberg was just 5 of 13 passing for 85 yards. Cahill caught 3 of those for 56. Damian Jones was the big rushing star for the Knights, 14 carries, nearly 100 yards, 3 touchdowns for Jones. Kirk Fagot was 21 of 32 passing, 241 yards, and 3 touchdown passes. Schnurr had 7 catches, Hodges 4, Buchanani 3, one of those a big touchdown catch. Jones 3 catches as well. And looking at some other numbers from the game, John Mark Shutt had 6 tackles for Boone County to lead them. Kramer had 4. Lauterbach with 9 tackles. Did get injured. They were working on him down there. I don't know what his status is after that injury. Jack Fagot, 7 tackles. The scoring looked like this. Lexington Catholic's Rhett Ryan hauled in a 21-yard touchdown pass for Fagot. That put Catholic up 7-0. Boone County's Rondell Douglas came back with a 90. I think I said less than that, but it was a 90-yard kick return that made it 7-6. Boone had all kinds of trouble on extra points and conversions. I guess the kicker was still playing soccer over at Lafayette. Boone County's Cahill, a 72-yard TD run, and that put the Rebels up 12-7. Damian Jones came back for Catholic with a 1-yard run that put them up 14-12. Damian Jones then with a 28-yard TD run that put the Knights up 21-12. Damian Jones with yet another touchdown of 11 that put the Knights up 28-12, pretty much salted away. Cahill came back with a 62-yard TD run for Boone to cut it 28-18. Buchanandi hauled in a 53-yard touchdown pass from Fagot to begin the fourth quarter, put him up 34-18. Then Damian Jones, another 25-yard TD run. That was with 3:33 to play. Final score of Lexington Catholic 41, Boone County 18. Tomorrow night we have the Roy Kidd Bowl that kicks off at 5:30 with Bryan Station taking on Wayne County. After that at 8:15 it'll be Madison Central taking on Knox Central. Next Friday we'll be right here at Lex Cath for the Bluegrass Bowl at 6 o'clock. Henry Clay takes on Ryle at 8:30. Lex Cath will take on St. Xavier. Until then, for William Warfield, our producer, Bill Ransdell on color, this is Gary Ball. Thanks for watching the White Greer Maggard High School Football Game of the Week. 41-18, Catholic wins it over Boone County.